I have actually played a little bit more. So for context, there was this small indie game about bugs or something that I barely played. I'm also gonna game, which specifically is the Path of Exile. Money! Yo, 18 Exalted Orbs. By the way, can I look up the divine prices right now? No, rip. What's the divine prices right now? Because they are rough. I have Exalted Orbs. I need divines. 288 Exalts. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot right now. They have risen. So has my build though. Because I am now, after finishing Silksong, going 100%, you know, I was like, all right, let's take 1 or 2 days off from Silksong, you know, play some other games and stuff, you know, coming back to PoE2 again. And I played some more, you know, jumping straight in, fun as always. And I think the biggest change is my bow now. This is the thing I bought. I also mentioned it in the video that I bought this, I think literally a day or two after last week's stream. It costed me 15 divines. It, even though I thought I could get, I thought I could get such a good bow for like 25 divines, but, you know, just changing a few modifiers and then, you know, just adjusting the train a little bit. I saw this one and I was like, wait a second. Throwing it into PoE Path of Building 2 and checking the damage increase, I was like, wait a second. This gives me nearly as much damage, but for like 10 divines less, and I nearly had 10 divines. So I was like, well, let's go, right? Stream elements, are you like 6 years too late? Anyways, remember when they were 60 the first week? Yeah. TLDR, because I don't know why we can't see this in the video game. This is a 500 DPS bow, roughly, plus minus, of course, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It increased my damage from, I would say, from roughly. There you go. From roughly. The hell, I didn't even click on that. I think it increased it by about 70%. As in, I got 70% more damage from this. From just this bow. This is the only thing I bought. I still got even more divines now because, you know, I grinded and played. And I really like how quick you can actually farm stuff in PoE too. It just feels way more... It feels more realistic to actually achieve a high price. And I don't know why. Is it because there's just, I don't know, the prices are lowered? It gives you way more currency. I feel like it gives you quite a lot of currency. But in terms of like, when I see now 25 divs, for example, I think I have, for 25 divs, I actually wanted to get a quiver. I don't know if the price has changed now. Yeah, it's about 25. Now there's 35, right? But this would be amazing, right? Let me zoom in a little bit. So this would be 40 damage with bow skills, 40 proj speed, which, by the way, is another 40 damage because, you know, it's the same as damage. Plus 2 proj skills. Awesome. Attack speed, awesome. Some dexterity. Probably wouldn't hurt anyways because attributes are a bit tight. And lightning damage to attacks. Not the highest, but still very good. Amazing quiver with arrow speed. So it feels, it will feel snappier, right? Because the arrow doesn't fly slowly, it's just like, whoo, and it goes. Awesome, sweet. 25 divines. This is, in some weird way, realistic to get. And I cannot tell you exactly why. Because I just play my maps, and I get a divine suddenly. And then I get another great drop, and then I get this, and I get that. And I was like, man, I feel like I just got 2-3 divines in like a 3-4 hour game session. Probably not good. I know, like, some make a lot more money. I don't know how to make, like, I never understood how people made like 60 divines in PoE2 or PoE1, I don't know. Either way, it's good to me, right? Gotta compare yourself, to your past self. And it just feels somewhat realistic. Of course, it will take some time and grinding, right? And it's not like that it's boring to get there, right? It's still like stuff's happening. but it feels like more realistic, because sometimes in PoE 1 I'm like, oh my god, this costs how much? Like 150 for a Mage Blood, and I'm like, this is like, it feels so far away. But I don't know, here it just feels in a weird way more realistic, because maybe there are like bigger, better drops more often. Because the amount of perfect jewelers I've found now is... I think I'm getting close to... Actually, wait a second, I can show you, right? Hold up. That's the whole reason why I have this. Pay to win, boys, let's go! So, I have 14 Divines found. I found 14 Divines, 574 Exalted Orbs, 119 Chaos Orbs, 8 Orb of Chances, 2 Annulments, 6 Perfect Jewel Orbs, and a bunch of other stuff. And of course, I pretty much hide most things now from my filter. It's incredibly strict. So we also have, of course, I'm going to show deaths, I'm going to show played, and kills, or killed? Yeah, kills. So 83 deaths, 2 days and 13 hours in this character, and 298,000 monsters killed in that time frame. And I don't know if that's good, bad, I actually don't exactly know, but I just still wanted to show. And what have I been doing? So there are 2 things. As with most stuff in PoE, you will start to realize, well, I like this more, I don't like this, and stuff like this. So, for me, I really don't like the corrupted areas. I partially don't like how the monsters spawn, because they spawn are not targetable, but they have a hitbox and they block my ass, and I hate it. Thus, I don't want to do that area. I like the fractured stuff, right? I love the fractured area, like visually with the gold and whatever the heck it is, like it just looks sick. But doing this whole stuff, I'm not too hot on that, so I'm just gonna probably skip it in the future. I mean, of course, I will do it for the to get the points, of course, right? Which, by the way, I have all the points now. I think just one. I think we got it last time, right? I also haven't looked into what is recommended. This works for me right now. Essences are fine. Right. I think about maybe going wisps, but more on that in a bit. So, beside that, what else happened? Well, I think, yes, so as you can see, map failed and map failed. We did this one last time, which is map completed. So yeah, the 2 citadels, we found 3 citadels, and I failed 2 of them. Like a proper gamer. So, whoops! Yeah, so yeah, as a proper gamer, I of course failed 2 citadels, because, not because of the bosses. You thought because of the bosses. God, no. I died way before that, because I'm not 100% sure. But 2 things. I fell off my Roa. You're dead. You're just gone, usually. And then that happened a few more times. And I'm like, how the frick am I falling off my Roa so much? This, like, something is off. Like, it happens more often. There needs to be a cause. And you know what the cause is? Some of these maps, not anymore, because I now have a filter for this to never run these maps. If you have a Roa and you feel like you're getting pushed off a lot more often, or just in general, of course, you will get thrown off if you're not careful, or if you just don't insta-kill the enemies, because that's kind of what the Roa is for, right? If you kill enemies instantly, it's usually not the issue. But still, if you have the thing that says stun buildup, exactly, Shaggy knows it, it's increased stun buildup, and I think it can go up to 150% increased stun buildup. It will F you up if you have a Roa. So, I probably ran those maps exactly with stun buildup, didn't know it at that point, got thrown off, insta-died, way earlier before I even got to the boss, and lost the attempt. And now, I'm screwed. So there's that. This is, of course, the feel-bad moment of PoE 2 that PoE 1 just does not have, right? Just get another attempt at the boss. That just doesn't work with this map, with this atlas, or it technically is maybe not the Atlas anyways. It's called Endgame now. We'll see how they introduce it when we finally get to the final update. If it's truly the Atlas, or if it's just... who knows. So there's that. I also, as you can see, I moved towards more the Delirium route. So I realized, and this is a weird thing, I love bosses in Path of Exile 2 because they usually have rewards. But on the other side, they take quite a long time for me, and they are usually very high risk, as in one-shot potential to me. Or at least for my build. So I moved away from bosses now and go with the... for example, this year I had the... What do I have? I think I have the Breach, Delirium, and the Irradiated tablets. It's probably not good. Bosses are probably worth more, but it also just felt kind of annoying sometimes. Where, oh, great, I moved through the entire map, and now the checkpoint spawned for the boss. But that checkpoint, it always feels weird because it doesn't teleport you to the map boss if you haven't been there yet. Isn't the point of the checkpoint to get me to the boss? Like, I never understood that really, right? Like, anyways, so at that point you still have to go to the boss, which might be still half the map away, and then finish it. Hopefully you don't get one shot from it, because meta build, you know, Lamau lightning arrow. And then you actually finish the map. You actually completed it at that point. But if you die at that map boss, rip that map. And that also is, again, because it's this endgame system, you might block yourself off. So now you have to go through the same map, but naked, again. And that just can be a little bit annoying. And by removing the map bosses, I don't have that issue. Right? Because I just kill the rare mobs. Done. Period. That's it. Map completed. Let's move on. Unless, of course, there's, you know, Breach or something still left. But yeah, in general, it's just a little bit... It's a little bit faster. It's I pretty much maybe cut down a minute for each map by not doing the boss. So I can do just another map with way more rare monsters that are also worth, thankfully, quite a lot in PoE2. So there's that. That's just something I really realized where it's just like, okay, how can I like play more, you know, experience more of the game without actively having to... I don't know, get like a billion movements. By the way, can I get a better ping now? Hello, guys. Yeah, this is fine. Anyways, second thing. I have figured out, maybe, we'll see if it crashes again. I just had to just... Okay, my chat actually crashed. RIP. Okay, never mind. Cool. So, I actually figured out what crashes the game, maybe. Nah, I haven't figured it out, you know. I'm not as smart as the developers from Grinding Gear Games. But the solution I found is... yeah, how about you just use Vulkan? Yeah, it's a bit weird how DirectX 12 is the default. Even though Vulkan objectively is... I don't want to say better, but it sure as heck ain't crashing. It hasn't crashed on me ever since the entire week, since changing. Because I was like, okay, I have changed a lot of this stuff here, right? Move this up and down, whatever. But I was like, wait a second. The renderer. What if I changed the renderer? So that's what I did, and the renderer was pretty much the same. It's just the two simple, like Vulkan says, provides more consistent performance, especially when under high CPU load. Path of Exile is quite a CPU heavy game, okay, DirectX 12 is the default. Similar performance to Vulkan may work better on some Windows systems. Because I think the DX12 or DirectX 12 is like more of a Windows thing, right? DirectX in general is more of a on a Windows thing. And they only, I think, had Vulkan for a very long time. Vulkan, by the way, was in beta for some years in PoE 1. Because I think they wanted to figure things out how to make it work on other systems. For example, consoles, mobile, Mac OS systems. And Vulkan, I think, is like a very great compatibility, not a compatibility layer maybe, but it's just more compatible with other systems. That's why Vulkan is great. But I feel like because they have used so much more time on Vulkan than on DirectX 12, maybe that's the reason why Vulkan just works better. Because they probably spent objectively more hours on it. Like, they, as in the people at GGG that work on, you know, the engine, for example. That's what it kind of feels like. But again, just as a reminder, try out Vulkan. It will 1000% lag for some time. You know why? Because it has to create shaders from literally nothing again. But until then, you know, after like 1 or 2 days of gaming, or maybe one Breach, Abyss, and Delirium map, and it has created all the shaders, and it just nearly killed the game. Yeah, it has all the shaders, and it's ready to go, and it never crashed for me. We'll see if it happens again today, well, let's see if it happens today that it doesn't crash. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in general, I'm still just running all the towers, slapping in the tablets, and running all the maps. Can I have a better ping? Hello? It also feels, to me, after some time, Vulkan also felt like it had better performance. I don't know if it's true or something. Also, I feel like I need to... Guys, give me a second. I feel like I need to lower the volume a little bit. It feels like it has better performance, but again, it might be just placebo effect of like, oh, it doesn't crash, so it's also better performance. Whereas, like, I can't say. I haven't, like, done the testing, but it's also not, like, super mega important, right? It's like, does it crash? No, perfect. I'll even if I have 20 FPS less, I'll keep it. I think I also ran maps that have temporal chains. It's a bit annoying, but it also just allows me to... Some modifiers just give, I think, increased rare monsters, for example. And that's pretty gosh darn good. You kind of want to run these modifiers. And I can live with temporal chains for more rare monsters, right? It's not that bad, but... And to be fair, now that I move a little bit faster, it's not... I don't know, I just feel like it's barely noticeable. Because I just run out of it, right? I just usually just run away. Hey! Even noticed there was something. Thank you very much. To be fair, I still have to say, it's of course not perfect at performance. You know, it's like, we all know that performance is pretty rough. With PoE right now, I hope they maybe pump out an update or two. Did we miss? I missed the rare! Also, 15 ping gang, holy moly. The Swedes with their data centers right outside their homes. Dude, Shaggy just opens the window and gets all the hot server air from all the data centers over there. Jesus. Lucky. Wait, what actually happens if I teleport away from this now? But it's kind of funny how I have 80 FPS right now, and it's this zoomed out, right? So 84, 83 FPS. By the way, camera, do you actually go back again, or? Hello? Yo, wait, it's stuck! Wait, no, wait, did I... How? The camera is stuck. Yo! Yo! Oh, man! Oh, never mind. Okay, but do you notice now how Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's weird. Okay, it's kind of weird. Anyways, this actually shows how good the performance really is of PoE. If you think about what just happened. As in, okay, yeah, it's literally just a bug. Okay. If I stand over there, during the delirium, I had 83 FPS, all the way zoomed out, right? Which, usually, the more stuff you show on screen, the worse the performance gets. That's usually how it is. But PoE is so gosh darn good, probably in dynamically changing the resolution and everything, that even when I'm now this close, I still have 85 FPS. So it's barely a difference. So maybe in the future we could have we could have a maybe we could have a camera that is further zoomed in. That would be great. Maybe. It could be possible. That's what I'm saying. I understand that at some point, if you zoom the camera out way too far, it's like you lose all the combat. But I don't know. Maybe something can be done there, because I feel like sometimes I don't know. I understand that you need to be close. So, for example, the more you zoom out of the delirium, you kind of lose the waviness of that fog effect, right? That you completely lose it. You cannot display that on screens anymore. Even with like a 4K screen that I have, like at some point the pixels are so minuscule, it just melts. Especially, by the way, because I'm upscaling stuff as well. It's you can't have that. On the other side, even though I like visuals, is it necessary? If you could just give me, like 20% more screen or like more FOV of the thing I want to look at, as in the area. No. I don't know. It could be. What I'm trying to say is I would love to play the game as like 3 times zoomed out. And Jonathan is like, oh no, this argument again. I know, it's like, but I understand why they don't do it. And to be fair, that is on my machine. I'm sure they might have tried this on like lower end systems, and it just was like not possible. It was like impossible because maybe the VRAM usage just like spikes up way too much. That's actually something that. Can we actually try this real quick? I would love to see that. Now I'm kind of curious. Where are the checkpoints? Any checkpoints? There we go. So hold up. Is the box still active? Oh man, it's not active anymore. Okay, so it reset. Okay. But how much is the VRAM usage right now? 4.6, which is, by the way, anyways, nothing for a AAA game. And to be fair, I actually call GGG AAA. I mean, there's still like only 150 people or something, but it's pretty big. Let's be honest, it's not indie anymore. They haven't been indie for a while. So now that we have another tower, we can. Oh, I also remembered we had a. Oops. Do I have a delirium map? Oh no. I also had a. I'm losing it. What did I want to say? I have a unique map. I wanted to do, the one where it sells you the unique item? The one map where I made an entire 30-minute video off of? In December? That one. Ad break? No. Stop. Oh god. What? Wait. I don't have any. Oh my god, I don't have any augmentations anymore. Okay, give me. I have exalted orbs, yes. I have 5 great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I also found like 1 or 2 or 3 perfect exalted orbs. Oh, right. I wanted to mention one thing. I found the rune that has 5% movement speed. For boots. If you put it in boots, I think you can only put it in boots. And that one is incredibly expensive. That one is I think it was roughly 12 divines. That was insane. So, and I think I found that thanks to a wisp. I think. So that's why I was thinking of maybe going for wisps. But the way it's like, okay, wait, hold up. Before I'm gonna say stuff, is there a way to automate it? Okay, so increased chance. I don't care about that. That is the which type of wisps, which by the way is just, God, what's it called again? Affliction League. As mirror spirits in your maps have increased area of effect. Okay, slain wisp infused monsters in your maps empower as mirror spirit 25% faster. Maybe. Increased rarity. Possessed monsters in maps have 25% to release spirits on death. How does that work, by the way? How does that work? When a monster is possessed by a sacred spirit, it is also possessed by another random spirit. Okay. What? Modifiers on essence monsters in your maps to be replaced with essences. Also, you get even more essences, right? That's actually, maybe I should do that. Because you get way more essences, right? And then you just vial it, and then you get like quadruple essences, potentially. I mean, I have filtered out anyways, most of them, but still. I like this one. I would have liked that, I don't know, you have increased chance, and then maybe some sort of automation where the Esmiri spirit, I don't know, like randomly already has a rare, you know, infused, or is it called infused? What the heck is the infused? Yeah, wisp infused monsters. So, yeah, that's what I would like, but that's not the case. That sadly doesn't exist. And following those wisps is a little bit annoying. The AoE might help, to be fair, if that's how this works. That might help a lot. That's like maybe a huge quality of life. And there's Miri Spirits empower like 25% faster. I feel like it should be 100% faster right now. Like on average. Why is it slow, bro? I wonder. Because it is, I think, a pretty big boost. But is it better than essences? I don't think so. I mean, essences is just so fast to do, right? You click like maybe one vial, double click it, boom, instant fight. And this Miri Spirits is like, all right, time to follow this guy across the map. Again, maybe with the 50% increased AoE, it might be fine, but... Oh yeah, I think I also did the final breach boss, so I did all the breach bosses. And I also did one... No, this one, I did a Delirium. I did one Delirium. You know what? That was fine. 50 splinters, one Delirium with this build that I played, actually with my old bow, was fine. It was very long. 15 waves felt like absolute pain. I have to say, it feels so long. But it was fine. I was surprised I was able to do it, so I'm happy about that. I haven't done the other ones. I probably should, to be fair. But, you know, Simulacrum is just like... Not the fastest thing, let's say that. You know. It's some time commitment. That's what that is. Good. So I have this, I have this, I have this. Hold up. I need my... Where's my notepad? Speaking of, Shaggy! Have you switched to Windows 11 yet? Next month, it's time. TikTok. In other news. Oh yeah, I have these. Do I really want to use those though? Are these like unique ones? All maps in range can be accessed. Oh, it's this one, right? That is 3 annuls?
Bruh.
What? The what now? Oh yeah, you can't sell them like this. That is 3 annuls? No way.
Seems like a good deal.
No way is that gonna sell for 3 annuls. How much is an annul, by the way? I'm gonna sell it for 2 as well. I want annuls. 94. Okay, but I of course get 2. Okay, so it's about a divine. Let's see. 3 to 1. Okay, okay. Yeah. Ew, no. Well, you gotta do it though. You gotta switch to Windows 11. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules, you know? I mean... By the way, can I get some... Hold up. I have this. I need... Didn't I want to buy this early and I completely forgot?
All right, your order is registered.
Thank you so much. So now we have all that, and now I... Oopsie. Now I search for... This is actually new. I'm just experimenting without actual data here, by the way. So I definitely want rarity of items. I feel like that's just like a minimum thing you always want. Like you never not want the rarity of items, I think, because it's just like the way it works, I think. But also I feel like number of rare monsters is pretty cool. Because rare monsters actually drop some stuff, right? And if you maybe have 2-3 rare monsters per map more often, that can get you that divine earlier. And dude, I found, as you saw, I found like a, what is it, a handful, 14 divines raw? 14 divines, like raw, from the ground, right? It's like, it's not nothing, right? It's like 14. That's pretty much my bowl that I bought. So it's pretty darn good. So we have number of rare monsters, we have number of rare monsters, number of rare, rarity, rare. So those are the good ones. Briefly put those in. And to be fair, before I go with the rare monster, I definitely want to run all the rarity of items found, right? I feel like that's, you know, tier 1, priority 1, rarity, just boost it all up. And if I don't have anything rarity related left, I can, you know, still go with the rest. So maybe I put this to the side right here. But I want this. I will grab 1 breach and I will grab 1 delirium. Again, there's no scientific behind what I'm doing. It's just like YOLO. Oh, there's that. Wait. Oh, we also have like a corrupted area over here, see? This is also corrupt. I think those are 2 corrupted areas. Kinda looks like it. Interesting. But it doesn't show, or is this whole thing corrupted? That's weird. That would be enormous, by the way, if this whole thing corrupted. Actually, maybe that's what corruption should be. Maybe should areas that are corrupted be much larger? What do you say? Should it? Because at that point, we can talk about it. Would I do it? Oh, by the way, this is the thing. Yes, Moment of Zen. Yeah, actually, I should go over here. Let's actually go Moment of Zen, because it's cool, right? I know I just put actually the thing on the other one, but it's fine. Also hold up to F. No, I don't have any transmutes anymore. Okay, hold up. I want transmutes. And give me, no, not 300. I don't know what. Yeah, you know, this 160 is fine. By the way, if you didn't know, you can actually control right-click, and everything of that type moves into and to your inventory. So, for example, if I say I want all my chaos, I just, instead of, you know, left-clicking, you know, control left-clicking, for each stack, I can just control right-click, and it moves everything over. Or, for example, 170 Exalted Orbs, right? Control right-click, whoop, it moves it all over. And when you, for example, did a big trade, you can do control right click and it moves it all back. So they finally added that. I think actually this patch, this was in PoE1 for a while, but it's great quality of life, like moving a lot of stuff back and forth. I think I've never been in this map, so performance might be a little bit bad. See, boom, Exalted Orb. How many rares do we actually? Quite a few. Hi guys. Actually, I feel the tower map had a really small abyss, I think. Hi guys, what are you doing? Holy mother of God! I can't see anything of the video game. Bitrate gameplay, holy. Goodness gracious. Exalted Orb, chance shard, let's go. I'll happily take a chance shard. That's for sure. Also like being ranged because you can just shoot across maybe some platforms and it just feels good being able to just hit enemies from further away. Because I talked about why I like lightning arrows so much, and just, yeah, I don't know, just range just feels so good. Especially in a game that is very dangerous. I don't know, just having range between you and the enemy is just feels good. So okay, you know, usually I said I don't want to do, you know, the strong boxes, but a Chaos Orb is a Chaos Orb, so it was fine. I mean, sometimes I think I got... On the other side, I think I put... Wait, how much it is actually a Chaos Orb? 8, 6? Okay, so I put at least 4 Exalts in there. No, 3. 3, I think. So I guess I got a plus out of it. Technically, we made money. I don't think... Oopsie, got stuck there. Any enemies? Nope. Check the corpses, you know. They could always lay on some, you know, mirrors of Calandra, of course. Another precursor tablet, nice. Very nice. Yeah, maybe I should actually change that and try out this essence. The one essence thing I just didn't pick up yet. Yeah, I should try that just to see how it feels, how it changes. Because the way it sounds like is you just get way more essences per essence mob you find. That's kind of what it sounds like. Not that I pick up more stuff up, but I think the way it scales is like the more essences are on it, the more dangerous the enemy is, and thus also the more loot, right? I don't know if it's a... It's probably not a 1-to-1 ratio, of course, but still. And also, keep in mind, an essence mob is a rare mob, right? It is a rare mob. What the hell am I looking at, brother? I don't know if you guys noticed the damage increase since last time. Who knows? Probably not that much. I do. Because, as you can see, like, shooting once in some enemies sometimes just absolutely kills them. Also, keep in mind, we are, like, at 6 Delirium right now, so this is also not, like, easy content. Constantly get weirdly stuck right now. Kind of strange. Delirium is over, sadly, but we hit the 7, which is nice. I usually, if I feel a little bit unsure, I'm totally fine stopping at, ooh, Liquid Fear. I don't mind stopping at like 6, you know, the number 6 in the Delirium, but sometimes I'm also fine to just say, you know what, maybe we can get to 7, which would be nice, but 7 is really kind of tough. Probably on purpose, because, you know, it's more loot. I think having... If you go a bit faster, and also have a breach in between, maybe in 2 breaches, then, yeah, you know, you can definitely get to far higher numbers in breach. Sorry, in Delirium. We got the big boy here. Yep, the Sanctum. No, I still didn't do Trial of Sekima yet. No. Doesn't exist. It's fine. There you go. Easy. Oh. Good, that's good, that's good. Even, I don't even mind seeing... I mean, usually, you know... Dude, what the fuck? Do Trial of Slug my balls, dude? Dude, slug my ball. No, I don't need... Again, that's the thing what I always said. Some people just were so pissed at... Oh my god, it's so difficult to do the Ascendancy. What the hell is this, GGG? And I'm just like over here... Bro, I got 2 Ascendancies, and I'm happy. Like, I don't know. I mean, I could do more and get more power, but it's also like, it's clearly not necessary because you don't get like a 700% damage increase. You don't, for me, it's actually a defense increase. So it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. It's actually even less worth it now. It probably would have been worth, I'm a Pepega right now, yes. It probably would have been worth doing that before I went ES. Because if I have Tailwind, and you can get up to 10, I think, is it? So it's 30%. No, wait, is it 10? It's 10, yeah. So imagine I get hit, right? So it goes through my evasion. Boom, I get hit. 30% less damage per Tailwind. Boom, my Tailwind drops to 0, but it triggers it, right? It consumes it. So the hit of 700 is now 30% less. Sweet, poggers. This matters when you have life. But when you have ES... Brother, my ES is back in about 7 seconds, 0.7 seconds, right? What the heck is 700 damage? It's just like, I continue moving, I continue killing, and my ES just goes bup, 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 and it's full again. Who cares, right? Like, so it's weird how less damage becomes less worth it as you have just more ES. It's kind of interesting. Who knows? It's not an issue. It's just like, it probably just shows how strong ES really is, right? Because you could just like, whatever. But yeah, I will do that. I will do suck my balls sometimes. I know. Other question. The heck did I just put away? Oh yeah. Wait. How much is that again? Because I found this before. I want. And I have 2. Okay, it's 20 exalted orbs.
I'll post it right away.
I'll happily take that. Wait, do I have? Yeah, I have this one. Perfect. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good, as always. My holy mother of... Dude, I love the chaining. I love it. Okay, straight into Abyss, so yeah, let's try to instantly get to 7. Like the number 3 down there right now on the bottom left. That should, I can probably get to 7 right now if I focus a little bit on moving across the Abyss, killing some monsters. Thankfully, I am fairly fast. I have the damage. I can just clear lots of enemies. You know what I don't have? Visual clarity right now because of Burning Ground. But, you know, it do be like this sometimes. Actually, how many frames do I have? 40, yeah. That kind of feels like 40. Feels a little bit like so... help me. Oopsie. Well, what is this? Console gaming? Sorry. Console players right now dying. Literally dying of cringe. Oh, no. Get me back. Come on, give me the breach, splinters, perfect. Nearly went back out and into the into the abyss. Not the abyss, sorry. The delirium. Have to be a bit careful there. Delirium is also quite old now, if you think about it. Asmirian Spirit. Maybe I'll check you out in a bit. That was kind of fun going into old trailer footage and looking at Abyss, and also, by the way, running Abyss in PoE 1 for the video that I just made. I was like, oh yeah, that's how Abyss feels in PoE 1. Holy moly! It was like a completely different feeling. That was kind of fun. Not bad at all. Actually, I was really... especially with the Bomber build that I played. So you can just, like, spawn your little minions and they just attack, you know, and I just pretty much did nothing. That was actually kind of comfortable, I have to say. That was kind of nice. Still, it definitely doesn't look as good as this. Hey, Orb of Chance, let's go. Money! I love Orb of Chance. Such a, like, makes some really good cash. Because people just like gambling. Let's go gambling! So, Asmirian Spirit, yeah, I'm coming. Nope, come here, move. Okay, no we can't. Okay, now it's just, now I'm just like, slowing down the map, you know, let's just stop the Delirium. Oh, hello, that was a fabled one. That was one of the rare ones, right? I wonder though if you do a lot of bosses, because you can force as essences, right, or even Asmirian spirits on boss maps. I wonder if that is actually long-term better. I mean, I do like the consistency of just like going to a map, kill mobs, get out. Technically, right now I can leave. But again, the big juicy explosions are just like way more loot, you know. And actually, I think if you do one of the citadels, I think it's probably better to run, or at least have one tower in the area that has increased like rarity of items dropped by map bosses. I think that's probably a good idea. Or even maybe multiple ones. Just buy 3 of them, slap it in, and you have like, I don't know, 60% increased rarity from map bosses, and the map boss is, you know, the Citadel boss. So, probably not a bad idea to do that. That's like the min-maxing that I kind of don't really care about at all. But the beauty is, it's also not necessary. And that's what I meant with, it was kind of shocking how I can just make good currency. Just doing what I'm doing already and getting upgrades like 15 div bows and 16 div are just laying around right now in my stash, and I'm like, this just feels good. I like it, right? Like, and I don't min-max, which is awesome because I don't want that anyways. So I feel like it's really well balanced. Of course, I am playing a lot. Like, think about it. I have 2 days of playtime, 2 full days and 13 hours. So that's 48 hours of just raw playtime, or at least I was online with this character, you know. Not everything is, I guess, raw playtime, and I'm sure also just yapped a lot at the beginning of the stream, so that's also part of it now. So, I think it's just on one side, I feel like it's good, but it's also good for someone that has a lot of free time to play games, right? Let's be honest. So, if you have, of course, can only play like 3 hours a day, this probably feels incredibly slow. But the other side, I played for 3 hours, tier 16 maps. Of course, you have to get to tier 15 maps. And that was also okay. Right? Like, I found a divine, I think maybe 2 divines. Maybe a rune I can sell for a few exalts, and I'm like, yep, that's it. That's feels good. It was like an enjoyable few hours of playtime that I could have had, for example, after, I don't know, coming home from work or something. Coming home from home office. Sorry. Home office meaning I was here the entire day. I was just working my booty. Excuse you, where's my delirium? Why is delirium ending over here? What? Oh, because it... Oh, yeah, because it moves like a donut again. You donut! Okay, hold up. I can actually trigger this now. Maybe you can... hold up. This. Guys, I'm busy right now with my strongbox. Thank you. So I'm just triggering the strongbox, even though I don't like it, but, you know, I would like to trigger it, maybe. Nah, okay, we can't do this anyways. Let's just stop the delirium. Means, you know, the beauty is... enemies are way faster to kill, as you can see. I can just shoot into any of them. It's way faster. Quickly go to the other side. Big lightning arrow. Oh god, I love lightning arrow. Specifically, I did the... yes. What I actually did there was the... I like using barrage to empower my next. So I do, for example, barrage now, and then right-click. And then it, especially when there are a lot of, like, breach enemies, it just, like, changed 16 times, and it's just like... and it's just... it feels so good. Going from one screen to the other side of the... or from one breach to the other side of the breach, and then just empowered my next attack, and it's just, like, clears them all out. Or not all of them, of course, but a lot of them, right? It just feels good. I feel like Empower might be the perfect combo playstyle. As in, anything more, and it feels a bit annoying. And anything less is at this point, it's just less of a combo, and it's just more of a thing. Right? So... but again, it's probably... I think I said it before, right? Empower for what it does is probably too strong. I'm sorry to say that. I think it's just too strong for how quick you can activate it, and for how much it gives. It's probably too strong. Let's be honest. Oh, the rare monster's over here. Okay. Still, don't change it. It's good. It's perfect. Or the other way around. Why isn't more stuff like that? Right? No. If war cries would be this fast, without having to, like, you know, spend 6 skill points to make them actually usable or something, yeah, let's go, right? And if I can use them while moving, I'm like, yeah, let's go. That's what I want. Actually, I don't know. I haven't used war cries ever, maybe in PoE 2. So I don't know exactly how they work, or also, can you use them while moving? Something in the back of my head says, no, I can't. Which is, yeah, kind of the issue. Drecht Henchstone. Yes, I love that. A lot. My favorite henchstone. Probably that area? Yeah, it's the Mansion of the Mists. Which I will definitely not do. God, no. We did that. Remember when we did that last time? And it was absolute pain? Indeed. Oh, isn't that the prisoner's manacles? Only once did Maligaro wonder if he had gone too far. His greatest success took 3 entire legions to capture. Oh. Wait a second. But isn't that the thing that the prisoner had in Act 4? And isn't Maligaro one of the 3, you know, helpers that Malachi had that we killed? So he captured that thing. Really? Is that it? Oh. Interesting. Oopsie. And I think that's also not really worth it, yeah.
Collect more otherworldly remnants.
Shaggy, do you actually know, like, a unique that is worth money? I mean, I'm not like, oh my god, 1C Lamau, or 1X. It's yeah, you know, a lot of uniques are just like only there for a piece of the puzzle, as in, you know, try things out, see if it works. If it doesn't work, you know, try out the next one. That's the beauty of build creators, right? For me, of course, that only looks at, does this make money? Yeah, most of them just don't. Because that's not what they're meant to do, right? They're not meant, not everything is meant to be money. I also think you couldn't probably even do that in games like this. I wonder actually how Diablo does that when you have the, how do you say, legendary sets? Is every legendary set worth something? No, I doubt it. Because sometimes it's just a fun legendary set. Or maybe for a niche case, right? That's pretty much what uniques are. It's just that they aren't a set. You have to create the set yourself. You have to figure it out. For how you want to use it. And sometimes you just want speed. Speed is always good. You know, if it says 700% movement speed, take that. Especially because it doesn't exist. But take it. But don't tell anyone. I'm pretty sure they have red alerts going off if someone goes a bit too fast. They're like, no. Something's wrong here, guys. The player is moving way too fast. Stop. Barrage activated, and pew! You see how sick that looked? Oh! It moistures my cupcakes, sorry. Mixed the words up there. So this time that was bad. I used barrage and then used the lightning rod, which by the way is also actually pretty good for bosses. But it's not actually what I wanted to use. So, see if we can go to the other side one more time. That would be cool. Ah, yeah, too slow. Too slow. Thank you so much. God, I'm so glad we don't have to pick up breach splinters anymore. It's just bless Mark for doing that. I'll just make this with everything. That was a sick sound effect. The rumbles of that one delirium attack. Holy moly, it chained like all the way. I'm dead. Nope. It chained like all the way across the entire screen. Holy moly. Oh, crazy. Pretty sure we already had 6, so this was fine. Yeah, forcing 7 rewards from delirium is, I don't know. It's great, but it's also like, it's in a weird way. It's like, oh my god, it's stressful, right? Playing this game, trying to get to 7 rewards. I mean, it's great that you are actually rewarded for it, but it's also just like, yeah, I can also just go for 6 and chill, you know. Oh, I didn't even know I had the second one over there. Okay. There's actually a second breach here. Breach. I said that in a weird way. Yeah, I actually wonder what it is. With like the visuals. Sometimes it's actually too much. To be fair, you know what I actually noticed? In the one area in Act 4 where it's... I know there's a fireball coming towards my face, but give me a second. Arostas? Is it called Arostas? Can I actually open this? No, okay. You know the island with the Templar looking at guys? That area, because it's outside and very bright, when I have in the graphics scene brightness 2, it's actually too bright. It's like I'm pretty much blinding myself. So just FYI, maybe turn the screen brightness down if you have it very high. Like, I feel like 1.5 is very much the minimum, and I feel like even that is sometimes a bit too high. In some cases, it's a bit, sadly, you know, not enough. I understand. But I noticed when it was 2, I was like, I'm literally flashbanging myself here. And I know this is sadly not the, like playing the game in its original state, but I'm like, man, I gotta see some stuff. Sorry, developers. I gotta actually gotta see some stuff. Otherwise, it's very dark. By the way, I tried FSR. It's trash. Can't see its stuff. It's ignited, so I don't know what to snap. FSR. Oh, as in the upscaling. Yeah, I feel like. By the way, I'm doing strongbox again, even though I said I didn't want to. But here we are. Yeah, FSR. I was never really like a fan of FSR. I don't know why. Just well, I know why, because it never looked better than DLSS. You know, well, as someone who has an Nvidia card, I will of course use DLSS because I have it and it works, and thus I'll use it. So. Hi guys. I don't know. So I think it was also blurrier, right? Can I actually? Let me try this right now, because this is like a really nice. Like you have like a little. It's just the artists cooked out of their goddamn mind making this game. It's insane. So wait, what if I do FSR now? Oh yeah, it's a little bit blurry. Hold up. Wait a second. It feels like that little blur of the portal down here. It feels it. Is it weird to say it has a? It's like a worse blur. It's like a worse blur. I don't know why. Huh. The only thing I noticed that the highlights are darker. I'm guessing FSR maybe does that to keep things more consistent, so you don't have like extremes. Wait, DLSS uses hardware accelerated AI? In this household, we don't use AI. Is this like the prequel to in this household, my daughter will not date a clanker? That clip of Northern Linus is so good. The lightning effects is like 10 times less on FSR. What do you mean less? Like less strong, less bright, or just like... To be fair, it might also be that FSR works in a strange way with dynamic culling, for example. Actually, that's a good point. What if I up this to 60? Because that's kind of where I want to be. I think I had it on 30 because I was like, you know... Sure. But on the other side... Oh, by the way... Oh, by the way, TLDR, if you don't know what NVIDIA Reflex does, from what I heard, Kai from Discord, who knows a little bit of stuff and is also on like the moderator on like the PC gaming Discord, if I remember. TLDR, what this does is literally if you put the settings to prefer maximum performance, it's literally the same, apparently. So it's like, it has already existed, but now it's just implemented in a game, I guess. Which, to be fair, is not a bad thing, because you might not want to have prefer maximum performance driver-wide across your entire system all the time, because it probably will pull more power, right? But in some games, or in a game, right, in a full-screen application, or, you know, borderless window, you kind of want to, potentially, right? There's like, I am gaming now. I want the maximum performance. But the moment you close that, you might not want that. Which is fair, you know. Less frequent. You see how it zips around on a shocked ground. It did that way less on... It's the same with Ignite. It's so less. Oh, yeah, I think that's also one of the things. Yeah. It looks bad. Well, bad. It's like... Maybe it like lowers it, or it knows FSR isn't as good in that. But the problem is if you have shocked ground or ignited ground and you have FSR, it just looks off. It's just like It's like, and it's like in Borderlands when a texture doesn't load. You're like, but this is like, you know, normal texture, unloaded texture, normal texture. You're like, this just looks off now, and it doesn't like load into it. It just is that way, and that's across the entire game with FSR. It looks like it would be more realistic. So yeah, it looks really neat, but play-wise, it's extremely bad. I don't know if it's more realistic if it's less, you know, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think that's one of the reasons why I never used it. I tried it, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's not really working for me. Quick question. Do I even, you know what? I'm going to use a fully juiced tier 16 map, you know, because Moments of Zen deserves it. It deserves it. Oh, it definitely takes some time to load. But I'm just briefly checking. Jamie, hello. Hi. Weird. I looked at OBS and I was like, "Who's this viewer?" And then I see it in my other chat. Hello, sir. Welcome, Jamie. The nameless seer. Choose. That was very deep. Choose. How are we doing today? We're gaming. I'm gaming so hard right now. Red Flare Conduit. In all things, control. Oh, interesting. Has a power charge related stuff. Venopuncture. Oh, isn't that the... Used when you take fire damage. Grants up to your maximum rage on use. Isn't that... fairly popular? One thing I actually should do now... I was just trying to learn PoE 2. Alright. Well, that's... I don't know if you can learn... Well... I wonder, can you learn PoE 2 in like a short time? I mean, or let me say it like this. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. It's a very big game. There's a lot of moving parts. It has consistent updates, so you will always have something old to learn that you haven't had time yet, and new stuff to learn, or not to learn. Some stuff you don't have to learn or don't want to learn, which is fine. And that's also the beauty of it. That's the same with PoE 1. Some stuff you're like, I know this exists, but no. Which is fine. It's such a sick looking shield. TLDR, game looks good. You know what I need? I need money. Does any of this actually is... Well, okay, wait. Can I use the address tenure? You know what's gonna be sick? I don't know if I'm gonna do like a new character at some point and play through the story again, but I'm so ready just going on the trade website, looking up a unique, or even like, you know, just looking up market panel and be like, oh yeah, what is that one unique called? Type it in here and say travel to hideout and buy it instantly. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be beautiful. Anyways, take gift. I'll take this charm because I don't think I have this yet, and I like getting all the uniques at some point. You know, it's just like every league, you know, I grab all the uniques and then just sort them out in standard. I like that. So you live in my unique tab. Actually, how many uniques do I have? Quite a few amulets. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I've played any MMO before. Well, spoiler, it's not an MMO. A lot of people say it's an MMO, but it's objectively isn't, in my opinion. It's not massive, and it's barely a multiplayer, depending on how you play it. But it's definitely not massive, because I think the biggest areas in the game have like 30 characters in it, maximum. Because they took that system from Guild Wars 2, funny enough. So I think you have a maximum of like 32 people per town, which is already a lot, and that's it. So it's, yeah, I get that, but what else to call it? ARPG. It's an ARPG first. It's an action role-playing game. That's what Path of Exile 2 is, I guess. It's the ARPG, right? Or Path of Exile 1 was and still is the ARPG in the space. next to, you know, Diablo 4 and maybe Lost Ark in the Korean, like on the Korean side, but that is definitely like more on the MMO side as well. An FPS game trying a new genre. Oh, okay, then that's a different system. Wait, why did you buy PoE2 then? Didn't you want to buy try out PoE1 first? Because it's free, right? PoE2, I'm guessing you had to buy it, or did you get it from a friend? I guess, like a key or code. It's still early access, and you know, costs 30 bucks. I think it's 30 bucks, right? For sure. Oh no, the map. Also, by the way, massive spoiler warning because you're watching the end game right now of the game, so it's, you know, slight spoilers. Oh yeah, I didn't prepare more maps, but you know, I don't know how long I'm actually gonna stream because I also want to do some other stuff. I also want to edit some videos. Yeah, I paid for it. Okay. I mean, it's definitely gonna be the best 30 bucks you probably paid in your life. Because I literally have 30 hours playtime, more than 30 hours playtime on this one character so far. So yeah, the game pays itself. No, it doesn't, of course, right? But there's rarely a game where you pay 30 bucks and you get 30 or even 15 hours out of it. Like, it's quite rare, right? And Path of Exile 1 is thankfully free, so you could just, like, you know, play it for free for a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's always gonna be free. Got it a few months back with a lot of hype, got 100 hours in it, got to endgame, and stopped, went back to Tarkov. That's fair, you know, that's, I think, a lot of people just maybe go through the story once, and then, I think for me, it took me, in PoE1, it took me, I mean, I mentioned it many, probably multiple times each league, but I can't really fully remember. But it definitely took me maybe 2, 3, 4 leagues to even get through the story in PoE1. Because back then, you didn't had 10 acts. You actually had 4 acts, and they repeated twice. Which, by the way, think about this. This was for a long time. Jesus. And I'm playing the auction house so far, made 2 days. Let's go. And yeah, especially the first time. I feel like the first time in PoE1, I think it took me 30 hours to get through. PoE2, sorry, PoE2 took me 30 hours to get through, like on 0.1, when early access launched. That was a long time. That took very long. But of course, you have like no idea where to go, right? And then also you play a good, better build, worse build. Actually, it might have been more than 30 hours, but yeah. And now, I don't know how long I take through the story. Act 4 is new now, and it's still new to me. But if I now play a build that I know is like good, so I look up a build, because I can't make builds myself. I just suck, you know. I just accepted that from PoE1. And I definitely recommend trying out the game blind, you know, just jumping in and playing the game and getting a feeling for it. And not looking anything up. Maybe even not like watching even streamers, right? Seeing what they do, why they do that stuff, you know, just like just being in the game, absorbing it and appreciating, you know, the visuals, the music and sound effects, which is top tier in PoE2. You will not have the same feeling in PoE1, I think. But yeah, it's definitely it's a beautiful thing, you know, just exploring a build. But for me, I realized it's just, to really have fun in PoE1, I need to follow a build guide. Or else, I just suck ass. Things are impossibly difficult, or take way too gosh darn long. Then I just don't have fun. And then I stop playing the game. But I like the game, right? When the build is good. And I feel powerful or fast or I'm an absolute giga chat tank, you know? Having the same problem I was having before big update. Got good gear now and boss to Jamanra, yes. Struggling a little, not doing enough damage. Yeah, Jamanra is quite tough, I think, for a lot of people. I had a good friend who finished Elden Ring, for example, and I think even the DLC, so he's younger, right? He's, I think, 15, like the son of a friend, and he definitely knows his stuff about games, right? He can play them. But the one issue he has in Jamanra is he runs out of mana flask. Like, The heck do you do when you cannot do the skills to do the damage? You are screwed. Yeah, is the easiest act boss. Nah, the easiest is definitely Act 1, in my opinion. Act 1 is like very consistent, in my opinion. Act 2 is very much, it's a very long fight, so if you don't have like a, maybe an upgraded mana flask, maybe even like increased recovery or something, try to not spam it. This one, by the way, is not even perfect. Like, the chance to gain a charge when you kill an enemy is worthless, actually. So, there's that. To any other boss yet so far. Okay, then that's good. Then you're definitely better than maybe the average, right? Because I think there are some people that just died a dozen times in Act 1 boss or something, right? And they're all like, oh my god, this fucking wolf. Doriani is... The great part about Doriani is, in his second phase, it's an enormous hitbox. It is so gosh darn large. So, yeah. That makes it, to me, it just makes it feels easier because of, like, I don't have to, like, aim this much, so it's a little bit more, like, mental space to do other stuff and be a little bit more careful. But, yeah. Other thing... I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna use the marker panel, because, you know, that's why we have it. Amethyst. 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 Charm. What's that? Well, do I need that, though? The slow doesn't matter anyways. You know why? I don't know if actually the stun works. Wait, does the stun even work when I don't get stunned? When you become stunned? Yeah, I don't become stunned. You know why? My Roa, bro. Oh, but if I could get thrown off of my thing, try to walk around, and they try to stun me, I don't get stunned because of this. So maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's like a safety save. So, sure. So what do we have here? What's the most what's the most expensive? 9 trillion Orb of Elements. I'm doing a Witch Minion build. That's definitely on the easier side. That makes bosses quite passive, which is nice. Ish. Hold up. I definitely want rare. Let's actually search for rare. What the hell is happening? Hello. Oh wait, you can't have a rare. I'm dumbass. Mirror of Kalandra. Let's go. Okay, guys, can I get something that is like realistic? By the way, the reason why I sort for highest price is just to get a feeling of what is actually out there at the top end of a charm. I know that most of these prices are just memes. So for example, like recover this much life, who cares? Probably. But increased charges feels pretty good. And increased duration, for example. So, filter by these stats. So now I take this, and now I search again. And now, for example, this is one exalted. But it's also on the low end. So what is the high end of increased charges? So that's 68. Or let's say 6. Wait. The lowest 63 is tier 1. So now I search for max increased charges, and then I go for max increased duration. And now we go for, you know, now it's quite expensive. But this one, for example, is 5 exalted, is tier 1, tier 2. That's pretty good. I'll happily take that. Before update, I done a monk build. Okay.
It's yours.
Thank you. There you go. I'll use his well. I used his well. I slurped up his water. I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, definitely take it slow. I mean, if you have minion questions, Gas CTV is probably the best guy to look that up. If you want to look up for some... Holy moly, is my table dusty? I just realized, my bad. Okay, it's not that dusty, but it's noticeable. If you look under the mouse pad and then you compare, you know, before and after, you're like, oh my god. Sorry. The alcohol, for example, does a great or interesting... Okay, I actually haven't seen it. I just heard he does a lot of damage. And then I wanted to watch the stream, and then Twitch was like, here, have 3 ads. And I'm like, okay, never mind. Sorry. Twitch, why? uBlock Origin, please update. Anyways, so he does stuff with grenades. And that does apparently an ungodly amount of damage. Like, he just bursts bosses down. So that could be interesting. If you're looking into more, maybe, okay, I've done now the witch build, which felt nice, but I kind of want to do another build. Like, after Act 4, you don't want to go into the end game yet, and you might want to do another build. Maybe check that out, what Lolcohol is doing with, like, the grenade stuff. But again, don't get distracted with, like, 17 builds. There's always more. There's always more. Unless you're me and you just play Lightning Arrow all day. Oh my god, another Lightning Arrow player. Kill me, bro. Are there any citadels now? Oh, there's the corrupted area. Okay. Well, so I think I just put this stuff here. You know, I use so many of these towers. On one side, I want to go really far out and find the citadels, right? To actually beat the final boss of the endgame. On the other side, I don't like doing this, okay? But I'm also like, next week is Silksong time. I'm actually gonna stream Silksong for the first time. So how about we buy the fragments? I know I don't like doing this. I actually like farming them. But for the sake of the stream, how about we just buy them, huh? How about we just buy them for now? Because keep in mind, I did find every citadel. I just sucked ass and died to 2 of them. Rip. And I do have the money. So, Faded Crisis. So, I need this one.
Let's see if there are any.
Thank you so much. And then I need another fragment, which is the Weathered. 126 Exalted Orbs. Mother of God. Wait a second. What is the Weathered one again? To buy a 4-socket Pillar of the Caged God instead. Make new builds. No. Good. With this out of the way, should we do the final boss? Oop. Spoiler, by the way, for Jamie, might want to like stop or mute the stream and look away for the next, let's say 10 minutes. Oh. All right. Do I need to do anything else? Oh yeah, you don't lose any XP anymore from these bosses. That's such a good thing. Oh, I love it. All right. Hello, sir. By the way, they still haven't fixed that you can look past the wall here. GGG, please, I beg you. Should we switch to the more dangerous version of this? No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna do the normal one. Pussy, then you'll do the Uber version. No. Spoiler again, Jamie, or anyone who's watching right now. Do click away. Do not watch the stream now. This is the end game of the end game, pretty much, or the end fight of the end game that you work towards. It's a beautiful experience if you do it blind. All right. You guys clicked away. I swear to God. All right, let's go. Hope I can still do this, boss.
Mortal hands have contaminated her virtue once more. By the 4th edict of the Mother Soul, her flesh shall be scorched anew.
Aye, sir.
You are too late. The fourth edict already burns for your suffering. Sacred fire of the Mother Soul, you are called. Salvation is a little. Mother Soul was
So I would have died there. 1,000% I would have died there. So I forgot there was one more ball coming down on the bottom there. But I killed him before that. That was very close. Holy heck. So the big question is now, by the way, we didn't get the... Don't you get a skill book? Anyways. Is this ending changed? Okay. It's not changed. Also, I feel like they changed that effect on these towers. Oh, that's pretty sick. Is that, by the way, a lore reason? That's Greg! Oh my god, Greg! Yeah, Greg and his weird-ass flying whatever the heck it is. By the way, I also just realized, I wonder how the story is going. Because clearly this shows, from after finishing Act 4, them not telling us what happens yet in Act 5 and 6, but clearly something happened with Sin. Sin is now in a coma, I guess, which is kind of funny. Anyways, coma Sin. We clearly lost. The world is now, you know... Sorry. This is Rayclast now, all corrupted, all screwed up and all that jazz. From what I thought, this was in the past. But this actually, like, previously they explained it, we are in the past. But this clearly explains... No, wait a second. We could still be in the past. Right? Because I think we are in the past. No. Yes. No. Yes. Are we? Because I think we do some time traveling again in Act 5 or 6. Because in the end, I think we're in a separate reality. I don't think that's the thing, though. Unless they explain it in some weird way. Because right now I'm a little bit lost in what time frame we are. Because I'm trying to understand right now, because of Greg, because apparently he's called Greg now. That flying being that takes this thing. One, where is it from? And for reference, what time are we in? Because that matters. Because if it's in the past of Rayclast, in the current Rayclast, in PoE1, for example, they could add this guy again. But if this is like 20 years in the future, but then we like screw it up completely and now have to like fix it again, which is this endgame here, where you like, you know, go after the corruption, try to cleanse it, with the help of Doriani, then we can't have it in PoE1. Ish. Then, of course, you could say, well, technically, you know, because of Hinakora's future past thing, where you can have, you know, time revolves around and repeats itself over and over again, so everything that is in the future can also be in the new past. Like, sure, okay, right. We are here sin collapsed and we failed with the third edict. Yes, but it doesn't mean we're in a separate reality. So... Mom, I want to get out. Let me out. Yeah, I'm a little bit curious on how this now. Where am I? Where am I? Yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting what happens in Act 5 and 6 now. Like, Act 5 is gonna be Oriath, but what is Act 6 going to be? And apparently, from, I think some people, some developers mentioned this, like maybe during ExileCon, Act 6 is apparently balls to the walls craziness. So there is, like, never a boring moment. It's, like, apparently boom, 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 boom. And actually, that's probably the best thing to do. You know, you have, like, Act 1, Act 2 is getting similarly long. Act 3 feels quite a bit longer than the previous act. Act 4 also feels quite long, but I think that's because we played it through the first time. If Act 5 is also going to be as long, which I hope it won't, I hope it's a little bit shorter, with Act 6 being like, like about half of Act 1, but just balls to the walls craziness, I think that might be perfect. I think that might be sick. But we'll see. So Doriani...
I understand that something stole the flame seed as your battle drew to a close. This is concerning. There is little we can do until we know more.
Ah, so you give me that. Okay. I think that's also not new dialogue. So yeah. 2 map boss Atlas skill points. Ah, so that's the last 2 points. But isn't there an Arbiter? Wait. Why didn't I get the Arbiter one? Huh. That's a bit strange. Why didn't I get an Arbiter? 1. We have 10 out of 10 already. But isn't there an... But this is the map boss skill points. Isn't there an Arbiter skill point tree? Am I high? That definitely existed, because the one point of Arbiter was that you can make him more and more difficult. Did they remove that? Because now you have, like, the Uber version? Right? Because you could say, oh, he has a higher chance to get your skill gems, right? So you could maybe farm Arbiter to get, like, your level 20 skill gems and stuff. That was literally right here, above the map boss, which makes sense that it's above the map boss, right? Because Arbiter is, like, beyond everything that you fight, or should, which technically he was easier. Anyways, I'm sorry, Jonathan. Also, what if I take 2 of these? To have, like, +3 map boss difficulty? Can you do that? Hold up. No, you can't. Loot is split between Uber and non-Uber now. Oh, okay, so they removed that skill tree. Alright, that's fair. That's fine. That's alright. I mean, I like that extra skill tree, to be honest, but that's fair. No. Quick question. What if I actually just put all the points into the map boss difficulty? Is that a thing? Can you... Should you do that? Can you even do that? Can you just have, like, a +6 map boss? No, right? I wonder. People probably tried that already. Areas with map bosses have 30% chance to contain corruption when entered. Yeah, I kind of don't like that, though. I think I'll just do the experience. But this is technically worse. I don't like corruption, though, but... It is objectively just, there are way more enemies, more rare monsters, more loot long-term. It is probably better. Oh, hello. What? Corruption contaminates an ancient contingency. The way forward. What the hell is that? What is that? Okay. Is there a secret tree? Okay. Doriani, give me a second. Boop. 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 There you go. Let's try that one out. Is that just maybe a tease to what is to come? Big flopper. What? What flopper? Could be maybe a bit of unallocated. Oh! But can I allocate this? Yes. Over there? It doesn't really have something new.
The current situation. We should continue cleansing corruption, however. It is true that we have ensured the future.
Oh. What if I go for this one right now? Let's focus on getting to this one right now. And then I'm gonna do a tier 16 map with max modifiers and see if something happens. Because I think I haven't done that yet. Especially now. Something could change. Oopsie. Okay. Also, by the way, do you sell for something? 5x? Poggers. Yeah, this is definitely not selling for that price.
You may have been dreaming before.
Let's do.
I'll do what I can to sell it for you.
Void Provocation Expedition Precursor Tablet. Okay. 200 Exalted Orbs. Sure about that? You sure about that? Oh. Oh. You just locked it, right? Yeah. 69. There you go. You're welcome for that. I don't know. I doubt it's gonna be worth 200 Exalted Orbs. Which, in a weird way, isn't a divine. Think about that. 200 Exalted Orbs isn't even a single divine. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We probably need way more divine orb sinks, right? To lower that number. Exalted Orbs, let's go. Oh my god, we got 2 Exalted Orbs. That's nearly... Hey, it's sold for 2 and all, let's go. 2 Exalted Orbs. That means we get less than 100th of a divine, right? Is that how this works? That's how math works. Also should probably do a whole like a tower before that, but yeah, to be honest, it's fine. It's alright. Alright. Okay, I can't do that. It's not gonna be as epic. Gotta love and power. Love it so much. I just don't like the corrupted enemies that are spawning inside my face and then block me from moving, but I can't hit them. It's weird how their hitbox just comes in way. Look at this! I just got literally stuck between them. Again. And exceptional tiara. Okay, that might be worth some cash, yeah. Okay. Oh my god, you seen how it like chained? Ah! Oh, this is my favorite map. I just love Ravine. Just like... By the way, do people still do that? Where they just run the same map over and over and over and over, and that's it? Even though it's like, ah, motherfucker! Even though it's like... like it doesn't have actual content.
Perhaps next time.
Who spoke to me right now? What? Well, I want. Oh wait, there you go.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Then I can go for a divine. Never mind, I can't go for a divine. That was a good one. Wait, what do you mean? Oh right, I forgot you can have 2 sockets. Because people really hate towers. Yeah. Yeah, people do not like the towers, no. Definitely not. Oh yeah, I have like a Twilight thingy here. Should probably use this one. Anyways, back to... Wait, can I do... I could actually do raised fields and then we go up. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh my god, is that augury? Oh my god. Dude, I haven't seen augury in so long now. It has been so long. It's a high-level base too. Yeah, it's the good one. It's exceptional. Am I the fisherman or am I the prey? I don't know. Let me ask Krillson real fast. So I was clearly a little bit too aggressive with the... But, you know, I want to say I was too aggressive with the whole, like, previous map. That's why I got stunned out of my row and then died. On the other side, this never happens if I don't do corrupted areas. Do you know why? Because corrupted enemies literally don't spawn inside my face and hit me. So, I never have that issue. Oh, sorry, corrupted enemies spawn inside my face, and that's what the issue is, right? Also, by the way, do you see anything from the video game, or is it just all blurry? You guys? Feels like it's all blurred for me. Okay, to be fair, I have the minimap open, so let me just close it. Do you see something now? Wolf. And to be fair, the FPS aren't even bad here, I think. So the FPS are bad here. At some point, it didn't even feel bad. I do have to say, it's a little bit of a flash going from, oh, let me play a little bit of PoE2, right? Great, nice, fine. And then going to Silk Song and having 240 FPS, and I'm like, oh, it's like, it's so... There are no words. No, the word is beautiful, but, you know, it's so gorgeous, and it feels so freaking smooth. I understand that this game can't play like Silk Song, obviously. But it's just, you know... It's just a beautiful thing when you go... I don't know, play your indie game and play that like 240 FPS on a 240 Hz monitor, and you're like, oh my god, let's go. Okay, now it's jarring. Now it's jarring right now to me. Now it's like... Holy. Yep. Oh, the enemies are down there. Wait, hold up. Let me actually clear the... Actually, I already have 6, so I'm just gonna stop right there. That will make things also slightly easier. Not that it's, like, difficult, but, you know. At 6, you start to notice, even at probably 4 or 5, you start to notice of, like, okay, you know, enemies are starting to have, you know, a little bit more health. They're quite tanky, and... don't insta-die anymore, which, you know, that's kind of what I want from my build. Was that explode? I don't even know. Hi, guys. See what I mean? That's what I want. Hello. goodbye. I don't even know where the rare was there. Just exploded. Alright. I wonder what that new tree is gonna be. What is that tree going to be? Could it be like a special thing? I mean, it would be cool to have like a corrupted / fractured Atlas skill tree. That would be... I feel like that might actually be missing. Maybe that's what's missing. Because it feels like, well, that's the corrupted area, and that's kind of it. Then you can't really do anything with it, change it, modify it. It's just like, I don't know. I just, it do be like this, and it's like, okay, well, I kind of want to not have it be like this. Can we change it? No, okay. Oh, oh, oh. So I'm gonna do the secret combo. Spam lightning rod. And he's dead. GG. Hey, Exaltador. Actually got a divine from this one. That was nice. I would recommend doing that. Feels a little bit awkwardly implemented, those monoliths, but yeah, that's fine. Extra content. Content. Speaking of content, I put out a new video, by the way. Yeah. I think the next video will be... well, I kind of want to put out the... I want to actually be a little bit more active on the main channel. I really want to be more active on the main channel, because I feel like I'm just hoarding ideas and not doing any of them. I'm stuck! I want to get to those. Also have to think about, like, hey, I'm not a, like, for the people that don't want to see any PoE stuff, right? They're like, hey, can I get some content here? Something for them. They haven't had anything for a year. I do have some ideas for Silksong related videos or Hollow Knight related videos. So. And not just, oh my god, why did I nearly die? Hello. And also not only commentary videos of me just going through my playthrough, just more, going a little bit more in depth. I think that's could be interesting. Nope! You absolute... I feel like I sometimes just can't click on stuff in this game. I feel like sometimes the hitboxes are just slightly off. So, Acceleration Shrine, I love you so much. Another shrine, sure, I mean, why not? They feel tankier in this map. Well, no, I think they just have increased attack speed, and movement speed. That's why they feel a little bit fast. You got it, low time. You can do it. Oh god, forgot this is already open. One more. Oh, we also got a breach here. Hold up. If I didn't die, I think in the previous map, I would have had a level up now. Oh, speaking of level ups, bro, since the Arbiter brings up the 4th Edict after also, maybe we'll just end up going to go around and get them all. The other edicts or something? Yeah, that actually could be a storyline that follows. Yeah, they talked about the 3rd edict. They tried the 3rd edict. Well, that didn't work. And what does it say? Wait, can I actually look this up again? The 4th edict already burns for your world. So Maybe it's a device that maybe like cleanses the world or something, and maybe you stop it and use that power for something else. Could always do it like this, but I'm guessing it can't be with Sin, because Sin is like currently not here. Okay, that was a... Yep. To be fair, Breach in this area always feels a little bit weird, because you're just like fighting against the area itself. That's fine. And also, I'm happy to say, I haven't had gold issues. That's good. I was very scared of some gold issues this league. Very, very scared. But you can see I have like 5.7 million. I don't know what to do with it. To be fair, I also haven't found a single one of these gambling unique strongboxes. Not a single one. And after running a few, like maybe let's say 2-3 handful of maps, or not 20-30 handful of maps with the increased unique strongbox chance, finding a lot of unique strongboxes, just sadly not the gamble one. Yeah, I just kind of gave up. And since then I haven't found it after running many more maps, but without the unique strongbox chance. So, without Sun is cleansing the corruption, so... I mean, Yanni's probably like, maybe that's the reason why they also have him still alive, because he is kind of the one solution to a lot of things, right? Like, he's the guy with the plan, he's super intelligent, he has built a lot of stuff, he has contingency on top of contingency, so it's like, he's not gonna tell you all the contingencies, but he sure will use them when it's time. So it's perfect for a rider. You can have stuff in the background that's like, oh yeah, how do we explain this? It's just Oriani, you know? It's just Oriani had a plan all along that this might happen because he's the guy with all the plans. It's like, it's a little bit of a, you know, get out of jail free card for a rider. But, you know, you gotta leave things open for the story. So, hold up. I actually gotta corrupt... Oh yeah, I have to val all of them now. This is gonna be fun. Well, I'm gonna corrupt them until I get a tier 16. Okay, hold up, that's a tier 14. 14, 15, 15, 15, 14, 15. Fuck. God damn it. Shoot. Hey! Okay, so this is like mega corrupted. I can barely see the map anymore. It's just all squiggly. Now, this map, technically, there's another moment of Sentinel, let's go. Technically, I should probably use an irradiated and map boss on this one. Technically, right? But we're not gonna do this now. So, this one, tier 16 map. This is now monster level 80. How do I allocate this? Can I just unallocate this and allocate that? No, right? No. Corruption contaminates an ancient contingency. The way forward. Wait, so wait, we don't have a... I was like thinking right now, wait a sec, the way forward, is that maybe we still, like, maybe that's a place on the map? You know what I mean? Like, it's an ancient contingency, so maybe it's like another, like, place on the, like, in the end game, like a map right here, like, just we have, you know, Mansion in the Mists and stuff. Maybe there's, like, a way forward, like a location. Oh yeah, I did the Jaded Isles, which is like the you know, the last area in Act 4 with the boss, which apparently I think is super rare and has a high chance to drop you, like, you know, there's those lineage gems, support gems. Or I bet that's just the Uber Orbiter. Oh, could it? I mean, the Uber Orbiter, yeah, that would be actually interesting. What the Uber Orbiter says of lore, right? We're gonna do this now. Let's see if something changes. Because it does say corruption. But I think it's a way against the corruption, right? Holy mother of God. And this... Cool! Time to do this at like 200 MS, boys. Let's go. Oh my lord. Are you kidding me right now? Seriously? Oh my fucking God, bro. No fucking way. Jesus Christ, man. The fucking... Okay, let's just move. Let's just move. Let's just move and shoot. I mean, it has to happen. And that's the reason why I'm like... Yeah, maybe I don't want to, like, put all my life on these, like, certain maps or something, because it's, like, again, it just sucks, man. It's just... And it's an issue they themselves gave themselves, right? Oh my God, am I fucking dead now? For fuck's sake, dude. It's like, what the fuck do I do with 2,000 MS, you know? But I can't even get out. Hello?
It seems we must wait a little longer for salvation, then.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, that was that. That was... And I don't think you can do this again, right? Because the corrupted boss is gone now. Like, you cannot cleanse this area now. If you die trying to cleanse it. Or if you try to kill the corrupted boss. Oh, man. Alright, well. Time to move on from this. And that's the reason why I don't like it. You know, it's like, I don't know. It's like, not because of that specifically, but that's a... I wonder how you fix that issue. Like, how do you fix that in your game? Either you have bulletproof servers, and that's just impossible. I think we can all agree that bulletproof servers will never exist. There will always be issues, and that's fine, right? Nothing is perfect. There will always be issues and imperfections. So, you need to have a contingency to solve that issue. So, it's weird to then have a system where you can literally have 0 revives and 0 retries of the same area when a server literally shits itself. And that instance you can take and throw out the window. That instance was just bricked. I'm pretty sure, you know, let's try it again. I'm gonna throw in now a tier 14 for the fun of it. Watch this being okay now.
I find your lack of faith
Watch this being okay now. Yep, that's fine. So it's just it just to be like this, and that has been a thing in this PoE1. So I hope they can find maybe a medium between that, right? Between, okay, well, we want maps to matter, but we also don't want to be them to be respawnable an endless amount of times, right? But I don't know how you do that with corrupted nexuses, because it being a corrupted nexus, it probably has a higher chance to, like, I don't know, maybe it spawns like on average more corrupted monsters, because it feels like it should be like like you push towards the core of the corrupted nexus, of course, right? It should be more dangerous. But then it's like, because some people are definitely gonna just do the corrupted nexus, don't kill the boss, whoops, start a new map, and then you do it all over again, right? And then you just live inside the corrupted nexus. But it's just... It's difficult. It's difficult. One way to maybe fix that is, of course, if, on average, it's easier to find more corrupted nexuses, right? So it's to say, okay, this is not the same corrupted nexus, but you will find the next one fairly easily, or it... I don't know, it's... Difficult to say. Also, why is it showing uncut support gems? Oh, because it's not a tier 15 map, it's a tier 14 map. That's probably why. Okay. Gotta change that on my filter. That's fair. So it's going to be quite interesting how the Atlas progresses. Keep in mind, like, the Atlas was also not perfect, far from perfect. Okay, we didn't even have this Atlas skill tree, right? But even the end game mapping of, like, just imagine Cirrus right now, right? Conquerors of the Atlas was like, it was sick to look at, but then playing it every single league with the bunny hopping from map to map and region to region was awful. It was god awful and so not helpful for new players. And they realized this, and now we just have Void Stones, which just upgrades it all, right? Thank God. So I wonder how this is going to change, right? Like this endgame and or also the Atlas skill tree as time goes on. That's going to be quite interesting how it maybe looks in 1.0 when they or even 0.4, right? Next update should be the a bigger focus on the endgame. So that's going to be great. And also in a few years, right? Again, Path of Exile 2 is going to be here for quite a while. So it's going to be a beautiful thing having like the early access. Oh, that could be an interesting video, like early access versus or not versus. Sounds like so negative. Or so what's the right word? Combative. Comparing the 0.1, like early access launch, to 1.0. That could be an interesting video when we, of course, get 1.0, right? And when the game is officially out of early access, and then making a video on it, on how did this early access game progress, partially to maybe also give developers a look at, oh, this is how this game did it, right? Of course, they have like 150 developers to work on the game, and indie developers like, yeah, cool, bro. You know, I can't do that. It's of course impossible. Good. So this was clearly not a corrupted boss, and it sadly bricked that instance. Quick question, Shaggy. How would you do it now? Because that's where I'm just like a little bit lost in the end game right now. So for context, by the way, you go through, you know, let's actually go to the home. So there we go. So you go from here out into the areas, right? You explore the end game, find your corrupted nexuses, get your skill points, and maybe you find a citadel and do those citadels. But now, on your way to that, and we found the first 3 citadels, and I failed 2 of them. I'm like, do I wanna go out there more and more and more and more to find more citadels, which are money potentially, right? If you can actually beat the bosses, or just focus on the pocket of maps around the towers and do that first. But then I will most likely, because of time, you'll never ever get to the citadels. And I'm a bit like, I don't know. Like, on one side, I would like to do, because, you know, I've chosen so many towers, right? I've put so many tablets into every single tower. Put one here, put one there, put one, like everything, every tower that is green, right? There's so much like stuff to do. But then I'm like, yeah, but I will never get to citadels, let's be honest. Like, it will take an ungodly amount of time. Because again, you just spend like your time around the home and you slowly get out. Like, you slowly spread outwards. But if I just take, I'm gonna go north now, and you just go straight north, you will find citadels most likely, right? So I don't know. How do you feel about that, Shaggy, or any other viewer, of course? Because I'm just thinking. It feels like I'm a little bit in this limbo, and not that it's not fun to like run maps, right, and get loot, or the other way around of like finding citadels. But finding citadels is just slightly too RNG, where running maps gets me consistent XP, consistent loot. It's consistently fun. That's it, right? But if I do now a bunch of like, I don't know, where was I right now? Right here, for example. If I'm here, right here, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. By the way, there's a citadel, Lama. If I go straight up, just blind, and ignore all the towers, just go straight ahead, and find all the citadels, I feel like I'm only having like half the loot, half the fun because of not doing the towers, or just not juicing that area. It doesn't have to be towers, right? It could also just be a thing in a map that you have to do to juice the surrounding area. There could also be a thing, right? Actually, have I maybe just solved the tower issue? They have thought about this, right? What if there's a mini thing, a mini game, a quest, a mini quest inside the map, for example, that you have to do, and then it like spreads out into the other areas that you have not finished yet? Does that solve the issue? Problem 1, you have a billion more icons on top of this, which is already starting to be a bit annoying having like a billion icons. 2, it makes the map loading time probably even longer, because maps have to be potentially even longer, right? Because there is a thing in it. Oh. The Whatnot just came back from smoke and toilet break. Shaggy, stop smoking. More toilet breaks. What? No. What I mentioned is, Shaggy, how do you do the thing? And with the thing, I mean, right now I have the issue of I would like to... I have 2 things. I went through this map right now into all directions to get the corrupted nexuses. Did a few towers on the way, juiced them up, but continued moving to more corrupted nexuses to get to my citadels. Now I had failed 2 citadels, whatever. But now I'm in this limbo of, do I just do the areas I have already juiced? Thus, I will not find more citadels because I'm in this area where I already was. Or do I just say, YOLO, and just go straight up? Ignore everything and just go and find citadels. And ignore everything else. No towers, no juicing, just go straight. And I'm in this limbo of like, both sound fun, right? Go to the areas around the towers that are juiced because they have like loot and stuff, and and I like cleaning out, these areas. Just feels good. On the other side, citadels is also really cool, and money. It's not super juiced tablets, so who cares about those maps? I don't care about super juiced or uber juiced or cum juiced. I don't care about those juiced. I just care about, I did that tower. I put tablets in. Thus, this area is juiced. Period. It is more worth it running those areas than the naked areas on my way to the citadel and then ignoring everything else and go straight up again for the next citadel, or left or right or down, whatever you like, right? It depends on if you're top or bottom, where you want to go. Or if you're left leaning or right leaning. Okay, let's go fucking politics here. But so yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit in this limbo. And I also don't know how to solve this. Not that I'm a game designer or have any importance to GGG to solve this issue. But I'm like, how would you? Okay, now I have a solution, but it's way too simple. It's way too like, no. you can have these maps, and then you have quests inside them that you can do, which then juice up the areas that are still playable, right, that aren't finished, but also leads you towards the next citadel. I feel like that's a little bit... I don't know if that's not just way too obvious or way too direct, right? It's like... Because why would a random quest do that? I mean... If a rogue exile camp in a map that you have to overthrow, so for example, you could make it like a mini gauntlet in that map where you have multiple arenas with multiple rogue exiles, with multiple enemies that come at you, so like a mini simulacrum. And at the end, after killing the rogue exiles, it feels like that's a whole different quest. That's a whole different game I'm explaining right now. But you get like a map, you right-click the map, it opens up this endgame system, and it's just like pew, 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 and boom, it leads you straight to the next citadel, because those rogue exiles have heard about a citadel before, right? And that map you just stole from them after you killed them will tell you where to go. I don't know. Because that would solve the tower issue, but I feel like they wanted the precursor towers because, you know, they have a lore reason. And to be honest, the idea is kind of cool, right? You click the tower and then it just like shows you a lot of the map. But I don't know. Anyways, stop yapping and let's go to the tower, shall we? To the citadel over there. Because if it's already lighting up, that's where we go. A little bit all over the place with how, what, where, why. I'm stuck again. Wait, is that step? What the heck is this area? I feel like this is a completely new area I've never been in. This is weird. Also, you see how I, like, absolutely hate corruption? It's like I'm constantly getting stunned. Because I feel like I'm constantly getting stuck at something. Because the enemies are constantly spawning afterwards. Yeah, that's why I like Fractured. But again, to get Fractured, you have to get through corruption first. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of don't like it. The audio was the audio gone for a second? Is my stream still live? Holy. Got him. Got barrage and lightning are just straight into my veins, please. Oh. Always forget there's loot. Never mind, there's no loot. The loot are the friends we made along the way. Yup. Sorry, I have no friends in PoE2. You know why? Because we don't have Cassia yet. Where's Cassia? Free Cassia. Bring her back. Actually, because she's gonna be 20 years older, she's gonna have big Dommy Mommy energy. What? Nothing? Deleted from the mods? Deleted from the VOD? Oh wait, Shaggy is a mod. Shaggy. He's like, oh, what? Shaggy, be honest. Are you watching the stream in normal view or mod view? Be honest. In before Shaggy, like, the fuck is a mod view? Normal view. SMH, dude. To be honest, you can't really watch a stream and enjoy it in mod view. Brutally honest. Which is fine, I guess, but... Oh my god, level 19. By the way, I still don't have a level 20 Spirit Gem. Or... Skill Gem. I should probably... Actually, I should probably get those, huh? They aren't that expensive now. And I do have 16 Divines. But I feel like it's also a tiny, tiny, tiny upgrade. I'll think about it. For the next 2 seconds until we're done with the map. I dislike the mod view. I mean, for modder, it's actually pretty neat. I like that this exists. You know, it's a tool, right? And it... I think it's good. I'm glad it exists. Not that I use it at all, you know. I mean, as a streamer, I have my own dashboard, right? So, but I'm also not watching my own stream, unless there's free stuff you get as drops. Then I watch my own stream. I mean, I have to. So. Dust Bloom. Exceptional. 3? I don't know. How much is that worth, actually? Oh. Oh, it's actually more. Oh, never mind. It's not that. 8.
I guess we're sending a message. We mean business.
Indeed. We mean business. Hold up. Gotta do a... Oh, there's another one! Okay, well now the game is like giving me all the citadels, huh? Me complaining about citadels. Game. I'm gonna save this for ASDF. Oh, and... Oh. The Reliquary Vault. Best I can do in mod view is change title and tags. No clue what else it has. I think it also like lets you quickly time out people and block and all that jazz. It's like I think even 1 click or something. RNG, please be on my side. Oh my god, what is that? I mean, it looks nice. How's about that? Doriani, you're a little bit in an awkward position. The Blue Flame! The Blue Flame braces. Sorry. I don't want. 5.
Is that a good price for that?
No.
No idea.
Yeah, me neither. I'm lost. No. Oh, it actually doesn't lose your player point. That's cool. I guess we do the stronghold. Oh wait, that's... Oh, also, should I get the skill gem now? Wait, I have the divines. I need... It's a level 20. Oh, it's a 1-to-1 ratio! Oh, it dropped in price like crazy.
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Sure. I'll happily get that. And then also... Wait, do I need 1 or 2? I need 2. Oh, okay, that's super expensive. Never mind. Okay, that's, for example, like too much for me. But 2 uncut skill gems, that's totally fine. So now I can get my lightning arrow, I can get my lightning rod. And the rest is, you know, I can maybe do that at some point. But those are like the main 2, right? Especially lightning rod first, technically. I can also just left click on them to get these options. That's also safer in case I get a random nerf tick and flicks my mouse and click span. A nerf tick? Oh my god. What's happening? Gonna throw his mouse. Also, Stronghold is a new map. That's... I think we had this extra last time. It's really nice. Can I click that? Can I click that? Thank you. I feel like the hitbox. I feel like they maybe have reset the hitbox of the... What is it? The big elephant. The Not shrines. Also, have you looked at shrines in PoE 1? How they like actually look like? It's kind of fun. So, yeah, it's very old school. Such a flashbang going from PoE 2, to PoE 1, and you're like, holy moly, that's how this game looks. It just really shows how gorgeous PoE 2 is. Speaking of gorgeous, look at this water. Look at it. Okay. It's gorgeous. Oh my god. To be fair, it actually looks a little bit worse because I upscale it. Yeah, the game obviously looks better if you don't upscale it. That's a surprise, by the way. Even though upscaling sounds so positive, but it's actually just like it renders it in a lower resolution and then just like upscales it to a higher resolution, which is in a weird way cheaper. It's kind of interesting how that was figured out. Wasn't that NVIDIA who figured it out? Pretty sure. Skyrim water. I swear to God. But the water looks way better than most games, I feel like. I actually don't know what the... Okay, that's that feels like not like my videos, but maybe I should make those videos for other channels. Or maybe Duck video. No, not Duck. Either way, something like water in video games, right? I feel like somebody already did that, but I'm gonna do it with PoE 2, which is then objectively better. Let's be honest. See how I have now temporal chains? It is drastically slower, but it's also like, yeah, I can't. That's a big bridge. Sure. Oh, yep. Proximity tangibility. Got him. Zealot bow. Yeah, I was joking. This is one of the better waters in recent yeah. Didn't a Resident Evil game right now or Silent Hill game have like really good water as well? You know what I was actually shocked by, and I don't know if it's after like playing PoE 2 and it just looks so gosh darn gorgeous, or because I'm maybe the flash between of going from a fairly realistic looking game like PoE 2 to of a slightly cartoonier one, just very slight, like the art style is slightly cartoony. I kind of looked at Control and I was like, why does this look so much worse than I had in my memory? It's not bad, but it's like, and I'm not talking about like the lighting. The lighting is gorgeous if you have ray tracing on and stuff. It's just the textures and especially the model of the main character. I'm like, man, something's off here, bro. I don't know, just like does not work. Something does not work. Silver tongue. Is silver tongue actually? Sadly not. Sadly, no one uses that. No one wants the silver tongue. Let's actually do... Oh. Don't have... You have all the modifiers. Right, corruption, if you corrupt the items or val them, or val waystones, it also removes modifiers. I forgot about that. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Just make the maps worse. It should make them better. More dangerous and unpredictable. But but worse. But maybe that's the point, you know? Because for me, it's like never worth volleying maps, because why would I do that? Like, it's like, oh yeah, cool. First I throw half the maps away because of bad modifiers, and then throw the other half away because I volleyed them and they turned into tier 14 maps, or got, again, bad mods. I'm like, great, cool. So I like, what, do we just delete Waystones here? Or just to get maybe a really good tier 16 map. It's like, I don't know. That's worth it. It would have to be... I can't even say if tier 16s are worth that risk, because they drop like way more loot. Because the one tier 16 map I had bricked. And I had like a 2000 ping. At least 900. But it's also interesting now that I play with a skill gem level 20 gem. Yeah, I kind of noticed the tiny increase in mana. Unless I just spammed it a bit too many times there. Thank you. Much appreciated. Like, the performance is absolutely fine if you zoom it all the way out. To be fair, nothing's happening in that screen. No! And that's why I also don't like doing strongboxes, because I feel like the quick tooltip thing also needs to be increased in size. That UI needs to have a slider in the option to make it bigger or smaller. Because it happened so many times that I misclicked and then started the strongbox without putting all the exalts on it. Fully juicing it. Yeah. There's one rare map, rare monster missing. Nah, it's fine. It's okay. So what do we see now? Hey, so we have a little triple here. Oh, baby, a triple! Is that a new thing? Do citadels always spawn like this now? It's the second time. It's like... Or is it just me? Is it just my... Is it my seed? The seed of this character is... Yo, triple! Time for the best song ever to celebrate. What? Is it Japanese Goblin? Indeed. Let's go. Japanese Goblin. Is there an action anime about goblins? No, not that one. Where the goblins are like good. Nah, probably no one wants to see that. That's why no one made it. I'm pretty sure there's some manhwas. Shaggy's like, yo, I got like 40 goblin manhwas saved up to read later tomorrow. My body is ready. Indeed. So, Remonster's close enough. No. I've no idea. Ooh, the Viridian Wildwood, shrouded in darkness, contains omen altars. I like that it actually says that. I like that. Oh. Oh, it's already down there. Wait, hold up. Quick question. So this is now over here. Where was my original? It's over here, right? Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3. And over here, we have another 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's about 2 screens away. It's about 2 screens away. So if you go from, you know, edge of this to the edge of this, it's about 2 screens. Okay. So just for reference, you have to go through like 1 full screen and then another full screen. So it's another, maybe here. Who knows? I mean, of course, this was like maybe lucky. Who knows? Good. With this, I do need some fragments.
Let us hope. Zest now lies.
Is it fragments? Sorry, precursor tablet. Why do I call them frags? I mean, technically, aren't they counted as fragments? I don't know. So we do again that, and I guess. Oh, the Delirium fog in maps dissipates 15% slower. That's actually pretty nice. Pretty nice. And that one nearly hits. Oh wow, there are actually 2 more towers. Actually, this is an insane area now. That's a triple tower area. Holy heck. Wait. Why can't I go to this one? Is this a bug? Why can't I go from this one straight to this one? Don't ask, just do. Let's go. Pop off. So the next tower. Then I go to the next tower and that's it. Holy mother of frame rate. I mean, I shouldn't say anything, you know. I probably have more frame rate than the average person because, you know, it's a 3090 Ti at the end of the day. I actually wonder what GPU Lolcohol bought, because he talked about buying a new... Did you see how many heckin' essences there were on this one enemy? Holy no. By the way, how much do they actually cost? I'd have to update that. Yeah, I wonder actually what GPU he bought, because he said he bought the new GPU and it's still like, oh, no new CPU or something along those lines. And it's apparently still bad in performance. Again, it's not perfect, of course, and it's, yeah, it kind of sucks how it's like goes down to 40 FPS, you know? Yeah. But it's still definitely playable. But I can understand that some people are just like, yeah, I'm not gonna play this now with this performance, because it literally lowers their fun. And you know what? I understand. I totally get it when you say low FPS equals game is not fun. I can totally see that. PoE2 is sometimes on the cusp of that, but it's still very much enjoyable. It outweighs the positives. But it's also a beautiful thing when you then go back to PoE1, you're like, oh my god, FPS and gameplay! It's kind of funny. Whoa, that was weird. Huh. That was kind of funny. Oh, have you also seen the new game that Bex is a part of? Yeah, the lines do be weird. Yeah, lines between maps. The Bonfire Studios put out a trailer actually for the first time, or a gameplay trailer about their game Archeron, I think is it called. I always say, like, I have Acheron in mind, but no, it's Archeron. I downloaded it, I haven't played it. I got invited to the playtest multiple times, but because it was PvP and it was an alpha, I'm like, do I really want to spend my time there? So I actually never tried it. But should definitely try it at some point. Maybe I'll do 1 or 2 matches or something. Wait, no, isn't it only this weekend? It's not forever now, correct? By the way, are there still monsters missing from the strongbox? There sure were. I'm thinking about it. It does look interesting, but because I had like this weird issue right now with the camera, you know, you just like dipped into the water, put your toes in it. Someone mentioned they really disliked the camera in that game. And I was like, huh. I don't know. I've no issues whatsoever with the camera in Arcaron. It might be one of those issues where if you don't play the game, it can look weird or feel weird, right? But for me, it was totally fine. This build is also really fun doing expedition, because, yeah, just really fast to explode it in one go and then just loot it all up. I do enjoy expedition for that. Can I tell you how much you make when you do expedition all day? No, because I literally did it and I have sold nothing of it. I do not know how much what is. I don't know. I just pretty much hoard it for now. I'm also not gonna craft or do anything with it. I'm literally gonna just sell it. You know, I don't care. Not a crafter or gambler, because I think isn't it more gambling than crafting? No, wait, rock is it's rock crafting. Is there rock crafting in BO2? I don't even know. I think there is. Oh, my toe. Sorry. My toe just like... It was my nail. From bouldering. I did 4 boulder sessions this week, so... Rock, wind, and Tuchencraft. Okay. Yeah, I did 4 bouldering sessions. Today was definitely you know... a chill day with my mom. But like... 2 days long bouldering. A 3rd day was... actually climbing with a rope. And... Oh. And then... Yeah, today with my mom the other day. And yeah, it's... I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. I can tell you that right now. Oh, that's chilled ground. God, no. No, kill that. And, you know, because of bouldering, you have, like, very tiny shoes. Well, not tiny, but, like, smaller, tighter shoes. I don't know, my toe just, like, stretched itself out and I was like, yes! I'm free! I don't know. Bouldering is truly one of it's truly one of the it's a sport. It's truly one of the sports. No, what I'm trying to say is, with actual words this time, is bouldering kind of destroys you. At least it does to me. So if I do a lot of bouldering, it will F me up. But maybe that's with every sport. Like, I can imagine if you go running a lot. I'm sure your knees aren't gonna be happy about that either. After some time, right? Yeah, bouldering is definitely on the rougher side. Say that. Still. It's as always. Oh, Abyssal Depths. Okay, we're gonna go back to that in a bit. Actually, we haven't had Abyssal Depths for quite a while today. Very fun. Yeah. Oh, hi, sir. Hi, Omniphobia. Bye, Omniphobia. Just incredibly fun. Especially late. I feel like in the past, I feel like I had some time where I was definitely weaker, and now I have some time where I'm definitely better again. Where I get just finish a whole lot more Oh, that's bad. Whoops, well, I just killed all the delirium. That's fine. Pretty sure it was already more or less done. But the fun part about bouldering is just that you see the you feel and see the progress, right? Partially on your body, of course, because you're working out a lot more. You're partially looking better or feeling better as well. But also then just the gamifying part of it, where I did a 5C and now I did a 6A, right? And it's like, or whatever, like V4, V5, whatever your scale is, of course, in your gym. Some also have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or in Japan, where they have the objectively best scaling, where Luffy, literally Luffy from One Piece, is the hardest difficulty, you know? So Luffy has like maybe red as a color, and if it's the boulder is red, or they have a red tag, which means Luffy, it's the most difficult one. So it's objectively better than everything we have in Europe. And so I will now move to Japan, because anime. Based. Yeah, it's just a very fun gamifying way of oh yeah, you did that boulder, then you did this boulder, and then it's not just, well, it's partially gamifying if you go, for example, I ran 10 kilometers and now I do 12 and 13, right? It's like, it's just easier with numbers, of course, but it's also, at some point it becomes kind of like with some sport, I don't know, I think I wouldn't be very happy having to do some sort of like, I mean, I'm also not a cardio guy, but just because it's like a much longer marathon is, of course, is way, way, way more difficult, but it also takes like way longer to get there, right? And with bouldering, it's not just that because it's a more difficult boulder, it now takes triple the time. No, it might even take shorter. It's just way harder, more complicated moves. And that's the beauty of it. So it's not just a raw time increase. Of course, some boulders take like twice the time potentially, but it's also just, in general, it takes so little time to do a boulder that time is usually not a thing you think about actively, right? I'm not like, okay, I'm on there for 10 seconds. It's like, you don't have time, right? That's how short it is. You don't time yourself. That is the fastest time I've ever killed those enemies there. I've never killed them this fast, because they always like start moving around. They're like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, the fastest thing ever, holy.
Another one down.
All right. That was the other tower. And now I can go to the other tower and then do the citadels. And then I actually have to check the heckin' time. Oh, I'm sorry. Guys, it's getting late, okay? Daniel, it's not even 6 p.m., bro. I think it is 6 p.m. But yeah. I do. Ooh, Vaults of Kamasa. Actually, I think I still have Vaults of Kamasas open. Is it worth doing Vaults of Kamasa? Maybe I should. Maybe I should actually do that. It's free money, right? I also think Vaults of Kamasa doesn't even have, like, enemies. Right? I don't think it has enemies. Oops, nope. Don't want to take the increased monsters. We don't want to take the rarity. This. I'm gonna take one here. Perfect. So those are all the rare monsters, but we want to take all the increased rarity first. So we have increased rarity, number of monsters, and rare monsters. Not the best, but it's fine. Again. You have a clock in-game, my dude. All right! It's 7 p.m., boys! It's 19, sir. That's not real time. Who says 19 o'clock? And why is my game lagging? God, I love King's March music so much. Such a beautiful theme. So good. So heckin' good. So, with this out of the way. You will hear some beautiful music as well also next week when we play Silksong. And I'm still trying to learn the speedrun route. I'm trying to think, do you guys want me to play just the game itself, or do you want me to not literally run the speedrun? You know, I'm not that good. I won't run the speedrun like a god, you know. I'll just do the route. I can do the route, right? I'm just gonna go slower, probably die 16 times, and then continue on. It's like, or do you want to just play see Silksong just casually-ish run? So no skips off bosses, do all the bosses, or at least, you know, most of them that are on the path or something. No wacky, like what the usual casual playthrough is. Or should I do the speedrun now? You guys can decide. Or let me know on the Discord. Because yeah, that's what I want to do next week. Because it has... the thing is with, if I go casual, I don't know how long it will take. I hope I can finish it in one... Get that... Did you just T-pose, bro? Because there's some beautiful music. Yesterday I did one section for one of the in Act 2, right? One of the quests. It's very music related. It's such a beautiful moment. It's just fucking my tears came out of my eyeballs. Not literally, but no, it literally brought me to tears because it's such a beautiful theme. Especially, it's such a high note. It's such a incredible high note. I mean, I discussed it in my first playthrough video anyways, but it's so God, beautiful. That just reminded me after listening to King's March, which is also a beautiful theme. Oh no, oh man, I couldn't kill the fat guy. Don't clip that out of context. In the video game. Do whatever until the Windy Windhills or whatever the fuck it's called, so I won't be spoiled. Okay, just speedrun. What the fuck are the Windy Windhills? Bro, what did you actually smoke? Also, stop smoking, please. It's bad. It's bad for your. It's bad for your. Literally everything and everyone around you. It's bad for your walls. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for the think about the anime girls. I don't know, fuck. I feel like I'm more cringe today. More? That's possible. I'm dying! I mean, plant. What? That is the Windhills, bro. Are you in Act 2? Let me ask this first. By the way, it says nothing in Silksong. Which, if you have never played Silksong and not got the idea, play Hollow Knight. Just play Hollow Knight. Just stop. Just play Hollow Knight. It's literally $20 and it will be the Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong are the best games you can buy with money. And after that, it's probably Path of Exile 2. And then for no money, it's Path of Exile 1. But I might be biased. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Well, okay. Oh man, I was actually really close to 7. I didn't even actually look. Oh, I nearly casually got to 7 rewards there. Interesting. Anyways, you make me boot Silksong to check. No wait, are you in Act 2? You do know where Act 2 begins, right? It's a big-ass title card that appears when you enter it. And if you have no idea, then you probably aren't. I mean, I think you can explore a lot of the game before that, to be fair. I, for example, didn't explore Desmirian's spirit, which was just there. Hello? Okay. Rip that spirit. Blasted steps. Oh, yeah, the windy wind hills. Jesus Christ. Bro, I thought of like the first zone in a Sonic game. You know, the windy wind hills, green, and there's like hills, and there's like, wee, a little bit of wind. Actually, that's a bit much. You wouldn't have a wind mechanic in the first area of a video game. No, that's usually not. You know what I mean? So. Anyways, yes, sir. I will blast through blasted steps. That area is literally nothing. Okay, I don't want to say that because I always think about it from my current perspective, which is like, you know, way more health, way more damage, and way more everything else, and other skills that I won't have. I probably won't do 100% though on stream. I don't want to do that now. I feel like I'm a little bit damaged from 100% now. I'll do it at some other time. I'll do 100% of Silk Song. Maybe like when they, I don't know, announce some sort of DLC, and then, you know, we can be like, all right, let's do 100% on stream, and then, you know, jump straight into the DLC. I don't know. It's gonna be insane that they're actually gonna make DLCs for the game. Like. And as we know, Team Cherry, they're probably gonna do it like, hey, here you go, free. Bless their hearts. Bless their hearts. Hello, sir. No. Okay, now I went really far away from the delirium, and I kind of have to go all the way back now. Also, I fucking love right now the temporal chains. It's so far, dude. Of course, it's relevant. But yeah, I will definitely go past that one, sir. So you might want to play the game a little bit more. Nah, it's fine. Play however you want. Or watch the stream however long you want, because... But that area is actually pretty early on now. If you know the size of the game of Silk Song, it's like that Blasted Steps is like pretty early on. Jesus Christ. Uruk's smelting. Sorry, Uruk's smelting. Oh. So Delirium is probably going to end soon. Okay. Now it's 6. Do I risk getting 7? Nah, I'm good. Let's just continue on. Like with Paranoia. Oh, hello. Shrine, and I think it's even a lightning shrine, right? So more damage! Actually, how much damage do I have now? 123,000. Yeah, that's good. Can I get that damage just all the time? Funny enough, I think I could get another 50% damage on top of what I have, like not this number, but on top of that, by just getting the quiver I talked about. Like, that's how good of a quiver I could still get. It's insane how much still power there is. But there's a lot of Reva catalysts. Holy moly. Isn't Reva the life one? Oh, no, it's the attack one, right? Attack modifiers are super expensive. Hey. Okay, that was actually kind of a waste going all the way around there. It was not good. Hello? Hello? Okay. 32. Of course, it's the only windy area so far. No. Well, depends on what you think of windy areas. So I have a feeling where you weren't, where you... Wind has... Okay, let me say it like this. before I went to Blasted Snaps, there was already a wind mechanic that you can take advantage of in the video game, in Silksong. To me. And again, that's the beauty of Silksong. It's so freaking large. It's actually insane. It's incredible. $20, by the way. just letting you guys know. It's just $20, boys. Literally not area makes Hornet float in a direction on her own when you hold A. No, that's not what I mean, of course. I'm just saying, there was another wind mechanic, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's environmental air and stuff, yeah. But it's large. It's a big area, and that area can be, I think that is quite annoying until you get like one of the upgrades in the next-ish area or something, yeah. It's like, it's the game constantly tries to, hey, level up, let's go! By the way, I've just put my stuff on attack speed for now, because I don't know what to do with my skill points. It's a beautiful thing how it like usually limits you in terms of like what's possible or yeah, just in general, it constantly pushes the limits of what you can do right now. It's like, oh, you can, you know, do disability now? Well, time to really push it to the limits. As a spoiler, for example, you do get run at some point in the video game. You know, it's probably not a big surprise. But yeah, it's kind of like, then you can run potentially, but it's like, brother, like you have to sometimes do some really, really far jumps, and it's kind of scary. Did you kill my Roa again? How quickly my Roa is just dying constantly here. What the hell is happening? Come here, Roa. Come here. We have a job to do. Oh my lord, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Oh, hi guys. What the hell did... Something just tickled my arm. I was like, what the hell is just... So I was like super distracted. I was like, what the hell is happening with it? Stop! With this. No, go away, please. Got him. Yeah, okay, so that's not worth it. But okay. Hi, big guy. I'll let that strongbox spawn some enemies in for now, while I do some other stuff. Yeah, clean out some other areas, now go back. Back to some. Okay. Also, it's already 6. I'm gonna stop the delirium now, because now it gets... As you can see now, it's like just a tiny little bit. Of course I can handle it, but it's also just a tiny little bit too tanky when you think about it. I could just like, you know, do this. Boom, and you know, the rare mob nearly exploded there. It's like, I don't know. Next one. But how do you like Silksong so far, like in general? Even if you have like not completed it or something, like have you enjoyed your experience so far? I feel like I asked this last time. Look what disgusts me when I see Hollow Knight on sale, dude. Jesus Christ. Dude, by the way, breach is not finished yet. Oh. There's another breach. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh. If I'm already this close to a rare, come here. There was a rare there, apparently. He died it very quickly. Give it that. Okay. Breach time. Oh, hello. Give me some regen. I wonder if you have more life. Your Roa also, like if you have the more life shrine, does your Roa also have like better stun build up or less stun build up? Because, you know, it has more life. So each hit technically does less of your health. Thus, the stun buildup is less. Oh no. Exalted Orb. Still think of like a Shaper's voice when I see that. I think he says like something about the Exalted Orb, an exhilarating moment of something, and ending it with, but only for a moment, right? Because it's like, oh sweet, I got Exalted Orb, but then it's like, you know, a quick fleeting moment of excitement. Then you realize you need like 280 to get a Divine. It's fun, but I still dislike how so far there has been no defensive upgrades or charms. Excuse you, they're not called charms, they're called tools. No, I get it. Yeah, I was very shocked about that too. But depends on, have you really explored everything or have you gone through the game very quickly? Because I have to say, I have gone through the game very quickly. I have, as in quickly, as in I moved on from area to area quickly. I didn't look into every corner, filled out the entire map, looked or hit every block that looked a little. So I've explored everything and I'm still on 5 life. Okay, everyone listen away. Literally mute spoiler for Silksong, just a tiny little one. There is a mask shard right above the area where you got the floaty thing. In that big area on the top left, there's a mask shard. Did you get that one? Because if you didn't explore everything. And that's what I mean. It's so weird. I understand what you mean. I was also like, are you kidding me? Where is my life? Yes, okay. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I was like really shocked that, like, can I get some life up in here? And I think there is maybe the quest system is kind of like the baby thing of like, okay, you're a little dumbass and can't explore, but here are quests that give you a mask shard as well, right? Once in a while. I feel like those quests just don't come often enough, or have like some sort of like trigger way deeper into the game, so you get like 2 mask shards for one. Like, probably you get 1 mask shard before you even get to Act 2 is my guess from a quest, maybe. And then you get like more and more mask shards later on. It's kind of like a very fast build up, but it also makes sense because the abilities you get will make it possible for you to get way more stuff later on, but not at the beginning. Because with more abilities, like movement ability wise, it allows you to just find more cool stuff. It's like, you want to hide great stuff later on, because otherwise you have the other problem, right? Where you can get all the cool stuff early on, or at least where you are right now. Imagine you could get 3 full masks right now, right? Well, they have to be in some spot in the game. And at that point, it probably they would feel worthless to find because you find so many of them. Or on the other side, you then don't have them later in the game anymore for rewards, right? It's like, hey, cool, I got this new ability later in the game. Oh my god, there's still more abilities to get in Silksong now. But you don't really find anything great. Of course, you can't find great stuff all the time, but it might be a good idea to have like a slow burn, right? So Silksong starts off like slower-ish in terms of like rewards, but it feels like it ramps because one, you get more excited, you get more comfortable with. Why the heck do I have this? You get like more used to the world while also having more abilities, and you start exploring more and just finding and doing more things. So yeah, it's a slow burn because at the beginning I was like, I really don't want to go through this. Like right now, the blasted steppes that you are in, right, that area is horrible. I did not explore a large area in that, and thus I missed pretty much 1.5 areas. I'm not even joking. I pretty much missed 1.5 areas there because I was just too scared to explore. But then when I got more health in the later part of the game and or more abilities, I felt more comfortable and then did it. But the beauty now of Silksong, because it's such a slow burn, is now that I'm used to it after going for 100%, now doing that area, I feel way more confident. So you can do stuff way earlier because one, you know that it's there because you explored and figured it out, or two, you actually risk it because you know how to do this now because you did it before. So it's like, I don't know how to balance this, right? You can do it like super easy at the beginning and get all the power early on, so it's like kind of it tapers off at the end. But in Silksong, it feels like it's more of the other way around, where it's like it gets better and better and cooler and sick and podge. Can we get some podge? Yeah, I don't know. It's different. I understand why it can feel off. I definitely felt that as well. I'm like, guys, just give me anything. I was like burning at blasted steppes. Or soon after that, I was like, oh my god, just where is anything? But yeah, I was also strongly comparing it to Hollow Knight, which I guess gave you more like basic stuff, which felt good, which allowed me to then take that into the later parts of the game. But in Silksong, I'm like, oh my god, give me anything. To be fair, I'm also like one guy that is just not enjoying the tools in the game. I kind of just don't prefer them. Unless they're sorry, I'm not gonna say them. Unless they're a certain tool that you find quite late. I don't even know where you find them again. Somewhere. But I can't get another life if I buy the one on the first shop though. For example, yeah, I feel like the prices are a little bit insane as well. But it's yeah. But still, the only parts I have not done yet is tiny bit of the wormways and the knife throwing game. Oh yeah, true, that also exists. Yes. Right. Highly recommend doing the knife throwing game. I was also like, oh, we're doing this mini game. So then I left. I was like, oh my god, no. It's actually super quick. It's super quick. I do like how there are lots of mini games, and they are usually on the shorter end, where it's like, hey, look at this mini game we made for you guys. And then it's like done in about 3 minutes, right? And you're like, okay, this was fun, but I'm glad it doesn't go on for longer, right? Sorry to say, but it's like, right. I did the 15 and then got told to do 25 for stupid rosary strings, so I said screw that. Warning, some rosary strings can be very valuable. Keep that in mind, right? They're like the rosary strings for 80, and then there are rosary strings for like 450 rosaries, I think. Or is it 375? Something along those lines, you know? They're like these... They're different rosaries, by the way. They're like the simple red ones and then like the silver ones. It's just little currency differences, right? So you know, oh, this is a bigger one. This is worth more. But yeah. I have 1 or 2 that gives 240. I think there is one more above that. So might be it's double that. So maybe it's 480 or something. And again, if you find a 480 right now, that is a mask shard, right? Which is another health, which then gets you further easier into the next part of the game. So it's all these tiny compounding things, and that's what I mean with it's like a slow burn. It's like you have for a very long time you have a 5 health in my opinion, and then it's like, okay, I have now 6, and dude, you're still struggling to maybe get like one more, right? Because you're like, man, these enemies really hurt, and then you maybe struggle your way to slowly 7, and then it's like, and then it like ramps up quite a bit suddenly because you have now 1 or 2 abilities more, allowing you to explore and find more stuff. Or you might not have found certain secret areas before, right? But now you're like faster exploring, curious, and suddenly it's like ding 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 ding, and you get like more spool fragments, more master shots. It's like, that's what I mean with slow burn. It's an interesting thing. Maybe I should make a video on that. Anyways, sorry. This is the Silk Song podcast now. So yeah, probably 400. Yeah, it's probably 480, I think. I think they're really rare. Hello, I spawn in the map and it's instantly... sir, there's like instant breach. Abyss, sorry, breach. Wait, is this one of these Abyss areas? No. Right. Was it? Oops. Is it one of these Abyss areas? No. Okay, so just random Abyss all of a sudden. Holy. Oh, interesting. Have you seen that the Delirium mobs couldn't spawn because of the Abyss? Huh. So when Abyss goes core, just FYI, it might block enemies or monsters. Okay, good to know. Kind of makes sense, probably for performance reasons and overlapping stuff. Or maybe it was just a little bit weird. But yeah, it's compounding. Silksong is very different in that. It definitely feels like guys, can I get some more power? But it's also meant to be quite difficult, right? So it's I mean, literally the same question that you're like, man, I only have found this much health and everything, bro. And now you know how I feel about every single Souls-like video game, where I'm like, hey guys, can I actually get some gosh darn upgrade here? No. I'm like, cool. Very nice. I like this. You know, some games do be like this. Is this the lightning one? Hell yeah, it's the lightning one, brother. Oh wow, that's just like insta-killed the rare. Delirium adds scary as fuck when you stack pack size. Open the mirror and 200 of them spawn in my face. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, pack size, sure, yeah. Also increases everything, right? Okay. That could be interesting, going full pack size and Delirium, but I don't know. It's like the thing is with the beauty is that rare monsters just actually give rewards, right? I don't know if I want to go not that. Because otherwise it just spawns a billion small mobs, and I don't really care about those. On the other side, maybe it is worth some stuff. Holy mother of! Okay, well, I got absolutely screwed. Well, rip that. So we try again. We go again. Yeah, this was, I think, one of the shield guys that just blocked my attack and I was gone. Oh well. Let's your level stats. Silksong has gone 8 whole hours with 1 weapon upgrade and 0 defensive upgrades. But it also hasn't increased the health of enemies a lot. That's the interesting part. What I also briefly explained in my social commentary video. I mean, you haven't watched it because it's spoilers, which is fair. But I also said there's a little bit of a... I mean, I made a short about that. Maybe I can link that short. Talked about how there's a little bit of a nail upgrade problem that Hollow Knight didn't have, but Silksong has. But on the other side, it's there for a reason. And there is really no, like, kind of solution to that. Where you find barely any nail upgrades, and when you find it, you barely notice the difference in damage, in my opinion, because the enemies already take like 6 hits to fucking kill. But to also make it scary, you kind of need to give them more health. But also, you are so much faster than the Knight in Hollow Knight, meaning you can hit a lot more often, and can heal faster than in Hollow Knight 2. So what do you really can do? What can you really do? You have to give the you give the enemies more health, right? There is really no other solution. Also, I already showed that it doesn't matter. The stats do not matter in From Software games, because the numbers aren't like crazy big. They are so tiny and do not matter. That's the whole problem that I have with their fucking system. It's like, hey, you can upgrade damage for like, what, 24 times I did in Elden Ring? And I felt nothing. I felt fuck all. So it's like, that whole system is useless. Because it's all about the weapon again. Or at least they put maybe way more power on the weapon than on everything else. But the problem is, like with every From Software games, how do you upgrade the weapon? Well, you gotta find a certain fucking item. How do you find it? Screw you. But you can also level up, and it doesn't matter. It's like, no, you gotta find some sort of balance there. Sorry, like you can't do both. Like the fallback should be always, okay, just level 6 times, and it might be roughly the same. Probably not, but sure, go ahead. Hey, Divine Orb. There it is. So we died previously, so we could get a Divine Orb now. Big brain. Totally on purpose. I'm gonna check. Oh, a boss that takes like 100 hits. Let's check any DS games. Final boss dies in 20 hits. All right. I don't know. If you just memed or actually looked at the numbers. And I also don't know the damage numbers, to be fair. Also, did you know... Okay, this might be a bit of a spoiler. Okay, it's not really a spoiler. So about the first ability that you get. I think it's called Silk Spear. Right, the one where you take your nail and throw it against the enemy. Right, that ability. That attack where you use silk. That one... surprisingly, and I didn't expect that, but according to the speedrun, or according to Blue SR, and I also looked at on the wiki, just to, well, some wiki, I don't think any wiki is fully updated yet. That attack does 3 times your nail damage. It literally has a 3x multiplier, no matter the nail damage. So it's not like, or depends on your nail damage. Meaning, if you upgrade your nail and do that attack, it takes the new value times 3. Which is insane, by the way. So it's literally 3 hits against the boss, just with a... That's it. Pretty big. And I didn't expect that. And I barely used it, actually, in my playthrough. Because I felt like it was kind of weird to use, but there is actually a little trick to use that, which I'm not going to spoil now. But there's a little bit of a twist that I think I saw actually from a Blue SR speedrun recently. He noticed something during a certain fight, and yeah, it's kind of there are little things like this, and of course, the more you play, the more you experiment, the more you do, the more you find. That's the beauty of Silksong. That's the absolute beauty of Silksong. Because a lot of games are just like, very much not into that. Or don't reward that type of playstyle. Anyway, Silksong good. Silksong very good. Oh, by the way, because of the whole damage thingy related stuff, just to suck Silksong off a little bit more and to show my hate towards From Software. No, it's not hate. I just don't like the games. Is in a weird part. It definitely takes quite. I feel like roughly when I was done with Blasted Steps, maybe a little bit before, maybe roughly around that time, I would say, I started to get kind of comfortable with fighting in the game. Definitely takes some time, but I started to get kind of comfortable in that game with fighting. Meaning, I was able to hit the enemies a bit more often than usual, because I was a bit more aggressive, which technically increases my DPS. And that's the beauty of it, which I think Hollow Knight does as well, where you moving your character and the way you are attacking actually objectively increases your damage without actually just giving you bigger number. And that's pretty freaking good. That's good game design. That is good game design in my opinion, or at least preferable to just like have 50 damage, right? I understand both is also good, right? That's also fine. But it is objectively better, right? But that also depends on, like, do you like that type of game and that type of movement? I'm sure a lot of people say that with From Software is a lot the same, right? Where you can move in certain ways, and if you figure out the attacks of enemies and bosses, you can do some disgusting damage. That still doesn't mean I like the movement, because the movement of I prefer just 2D games when it comes to that, right? So you can just give me. I just don't like the sluggishness and slowness and heaviness of From Software games. I just like really not a fan of that. But that's of course super subjective here. So I've like kind of ignored this chat because I was like yapping. Oh hello. That was a special mob right there. Maybe there was a rogue exile in there. What else? Hello, sir. GG. This is what it feels like right now, Silksong as a chore. I mean, that it might not be your type of game. Maybe you're just not a fan of Metroidvanias at that point, which is also fine, you know? Because if it feels like a chore to you to explore new areas, to find new enemies, to in my opinion, objectively beautiful and interesting areas, right, in Silksong, and find new NPCs and hear what they say and hear new music and figure out tools and all that jazz, then maybe Metroidvanias isn't for you, because Metroidvanias are about exploration, right? It's literally the thing of, let me figure out what is around the corner. That's literally the entire design of Metroidvanias. Pretty much, right? What is around the corner? Could it be an enemy? Could it be a new enemy? Could it be a new boss? Could it be an upgrade? Could it be a tool? Could it be anything that helps me? Let's figure it out. Let's go to the next corner. And in Silksong, I think I was never of like... I think that's partially also my problem. I didn't really explore properly because I really wanted to figure out what's in around the next corner. I was like, let's go. So I kind of like sometimes skipped over some areas. Even though I felt like I explored quite a bit more in the middle part of the map, ish, than in the bottom part. I think I was definitely lazy in the middle part, that's for sure. So, charging it does... Wait, this is one of... Charging it does stupid damage. Yes, that was obvious. But, wait, it scales with the nail? Oh, poggies. Yes, a lot of stuff scales with the nails. The same with Hollow Knight. If you played Hollow Knight, you probably wouldn't know because it's sadly hidden. I kind of don't like that Silksong still is like, it does damage. I'm like, bro, just... I'm like, I'm eating, I'm destroying, I'm exploding. I understand that it doesn't say nail dust plus 20 damage now. I understand that. But anything, bro. But yeah, It usually is some multiplier to your nail. A lot of tools also do multipliers of your nail, right? 0.75. So, for example, some stuff that hits multiple times does, for example, 0.75 times your nail damage, but per hit. And if it hits 6 times, they're all roughly balanced around the 3x damage part, but only if you hit with all of them. So it's like, realistically, I think there's one skill that can hit like 9 times or something, but realistically you hit twice. And then it's like, I think 2.25 or something along those lines. So still worse than one Silk Spear, technically. But then it also depends on the animation time, right? Because Silk Spear is quite slow on purpose for now. Well, not for now. I don't think there's something in the game that it makes it faster. I'm sorry for that spoiler. No, wait. Oh, maybe there is, and I haven't tested it. Shoot. Never mind. Anyways, next exploring is fun, but then you get to the next enemy and it keeps on flying and shooting at you and you can't reach it. It has been so far 3 years in a row now. Yeah, floating enemies are a bit of a bitch in Silksong. It's kind of weird how they have so many floaty enemies, or flying enemies, let's say that. It's... Yeah. That's a bit cringe. On the other side, I can understand why they partially did it, because it will make areas still dangerous on a replay, right? And 2, you do get kind of a tool early on that handles that. Ish. So, because there is a tool you throw out that kind of keeps itself in the air, and when the enemy gets close, it explodes. Ish. So it's like, okay, sure, I guess. But I also yapped about the tool issue that I had or something. Sorry, this is a Silksong stream. Nah, I know. So, more importantly, this temporal chains. Monsters are armored, penetrate 15 elementalers. That's a little bit scary. That's actually very scary. At least it doesn't have life. This map doesn't have life, so that's actually kind of... I think kind of okay. I think this is the Jaman Ra fight, so let's do this one. Wait, this was... Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. Sorry, I thought I could get, like, a point here, but no, I already did that, right? Which is the slaying a Citadel map boss in an area. We did this last time, right? With the first Citadel boss. Oh, my bad. Okay. Only get that many tool uses done. Fair, yeah, but you know, it's. I feel like benches are fairly frequent. Oh my god, did you do it again? Are you kidding me, game? Come on, man. You can't do a corrupted Nexus super laggy and then give me a Citadel that is also laggy. Come on, man. You know what we actually need? Like a reset instance button. We need this. We need this now. I think it's time. Maybe we need that. I know it's not gonna be easy and everything, but it's like, come on. Because it already kind of exists, doesn't it? Because if I, for example, die at the boss right now, but you have multiple tries in a map boss, it like deletes all the rare enemies, but the map still exists. It's just empty. So it kind of ish already exists. And the only thing it needs to do is like, hey, if you reset this now, we will not get you back all your rares. We'll only respawn the rares that already have existed. And we will put you at the beginning of the map. Period. Yes. And then boom, you do that. Because now I have to fight the Jaman Ra with like this lag. Frankfurt bad. But yeah, again, you know, Silksong is definitely a slow burn. It's definitely, I had some feelings where I was like, oh boy, is this the not like to be too negative, right? Of like, oh boy, is this the thing I waited for 6 years? But it's like, guys, how did you not notice this in the past years of development? But then I realized why it's the case, and it's objectively better long term in the, for the games. Okay, I think he's dead. Ish. Okay, now he's phased. Any day now. Dude, this lag is like...
I don't have time for this. Sands, bend to my will. Impede my delay. For you.
I mean... Yeah. Yeah, it would be like this, you know. Lag after all kills the game, you know. It's like, you know. I saw the attack and I dodged on purpose, by the way. I dodged this far. I think I dodged and then probably ran, but you know, if it's like this aggressive of a lag, like you see a fucking ping there, it's like, you know, it's like, you need to be an absolute god gamer to dodge that one with ping. Yeah, rip that Citadel, and you know. I couldn't even do anything. Like, I wouldn't even be able to do anything of like, well, time to do it later. There is no later, right? The moment I say, open this map, it's over. This map has been burned. Either I finish it, or it's bricked, or I die, or both. So it's... we really need an instance manager here. I think that would be like a mini solution. It's not a perfect one, but it's definitely a solution, right? And it definitely shouldn't work when you killed the map boss already, right? But it's like, if I enter the map and I notice the ping going fucking insane, and I say, instance manager, check this again, right? Could even be if you, for example, in the game, and you have the checkpoint, right? In one of the corners of the checkpoint, right, in that menu where you like look at the map in a big view, there should be some corner where it says whatever, like respawn area or like, you know, recreate instance or something, right? And then if you hover over it, you can fix ping issues or shader issues, whatever, right? And it's like, think, and does it. I feel like that needs to happen. Because, yeah, now I bricked 2 large areas. I've bricked the entire corrupted area here, and I bricked this citadel that I've worked on for the past hour to get to, right? Doing 3 towers beforehand, so it's actually, like, somewhat juicy. Oh, well. Do be like this. Do be like this sometimes. Oh, there's another tower nearby. Well, I think actually that tower would hit that. Well, again, tried a single citadel, will do the other 2 citadels offline, see how it goes. Hopefully I don't brick them. And yeah, sorry for just taking quite a long time to get to these citadels, but do be like this sometimes. That's what I mean with, like, I don't know, do I want to do citadels or do I just want to farm? But we'll see how it goes. So far, as this may or may not be the end of this build that you see online. I'll probably maybe show this off in a future video. Depends on what I'm gonna make in some gameplay, and you might see some, you know. Maybe I will throw some updates in, like low-key updates to this build if you want to see them. But yeah, this is so far a really good build, right? I really enjoyed LA Deadeye, and definitely I can just continue playing it over and over. I'm really happy about that, because finding a good build in PoE can be a little bit of a gamble sometimes. But yeah, bless Fabgun for his build. Feels good, feels nice. Might try another build, who knows? But next week I'm gonna play some Silksong, because we haven't talked about this at all and enough this stream. So yeah, but yeah, Silksong next week, next Sunday, and that's pretty much that. I don't know how many Silksong streams I'm gonna do now. Dude, stream already over? Yes. Because I want to do other stuff. Also, kind of break down after this. No, it's not like that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope you stayed hydrated. I did fairly well. Cheers.